Come on, dude.
Hello and welcome to Zaxria. My camera over there is fucked up. I can see it, kind of.
Sure is.
I feel like this is centered right here, but I'm way off.
That
so
is.
It's gotta go.
That's
See
definitely. I gotta move it. Oh, hey, that looks good.
Yeah, that's fine.
That
All
is
right,
better
welcome
now.
to Zaxria. We have a small little group today. People are out of town and people are with their families.
Oh.
Apex is no longer with us. He is in Azash, as you would have seen in the last episode, which we're going to recap. Today will be kind of short, brief, just a lot of bullshit and shopping, if you want to get some of that done, and searching for answers or other information, just figuring some stuff out. So, last we had left off, you made your way to Azash in order to remove the symbiote from Apex, the symbiote known as Mesriette, this kind of deep, abyssal hunter that was pretty much plaguing Apex and controlling him in ways, taking over, getting stronger and stronger as time went on. Apex was kind of losing his hold on the creature, and it got to a point where he was actually attacking members of the group. You found it best to go and be rid of him as best and quickly as you could with the help of Archdruid Althea. You were able to find Apex's village by means of teleportation, kind of left Arcanoria to Azash outside of the Land of Giants. Took a couple of days to get there, but you arrived to the small Dosaranaman village, kind of buried beneath this hill and moss. You found a large cave-like area with trees still growing inside. It was kind of like its own little separate place. You were able to release Mesriette. You bound some conduits to him through a lot of very good teamwork and strategy. You were able to get it done using a magic circle. Tons of damage being put out. I think you guys did like 1,000 something. It was pretty intense, but nobody went down. Nobody was really badly hurt, and it went over very smoothly. Apex got a bunch of memories back to him, showing him things that were kind of suppressed from before, that the symbiote was kind of hiding. His family being alive, the leader, like the elder of his village, actually telling him to seek out the Archdruid to remove Mesriette prior, but that memory was suppressed and taken away from him as well as the memory of his, his wife, who was pregnant at the time, and his daughter. You guys met them, made your way out to this kind of shoreside hut, kind of escape that they called Paradise, where you said your goodbyes. You were all given little seashells by his daughter, Kaya, and flipped a coin into the ocean and walked through. At this point, you're making your way through the shimmering portal, looking back to see if you can catch one last glimpse of Apex, but you see nothing but a pristine marble wall. To the far end, you're still looking at a familiar man who greeted you the last time, seated at a table, awaiting the next visitors of Arcanoria. Now inside of here is the four of you, Neris, Small Wraith, and Zarvarax, and the Archdruid.
Over to the desk.
What does that sound? Oh, I thought it was electrical.
What are you pointing at?
I thought it was Brian.
I know.
I honestly thought it was Brian.
It just instantly was like, you did
It was like coming that way, and he was like on his phone.
Brian's making noises over
I've never
there,
seen
dude.
Tommy flinch
I
when he
saw
said,
my son on that side.
He said, "What is that?"
He didn't even think about it. It was immediately.
It was like right in front of me. I was like, it's gotta be him. He's on his phone. Like,
It was Jerry in the end.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Was
I
it?
thought it was like electrical cords or something. It sounded like sparking
Uh-oh.
or static. I was
That's
like,
great.
oh shit.
pressure
I'm
build
like,
up.
audio's bad. Speaking of the audio, is it on the right setting? Like, not over there. Like, on
Is
that.
it? Is it on the right?
That would have been awkward.
Anyhow,
Make sure again.
fucking
Very stolen this up.
all right. So you approach the table. I'm guessing.
Yep.
You find
Just assume
elderly
some shit.
human, glasses at the tip of his nose, kind of fading hair, thinning and white. Greetings, welcome to Arcanoria.
Thank you.
You've been, yes?
Yep.
All right, very well. It'll be 50 gold pieces for each of you. Piece of gold.
Is that
So
450?
should be for
400 now.
yeah,
For one less person.
right, correct.
So
Because it was 450 last time, so 400 now. Yep.
RIP.
He reaches onto the table and kind of brushes his hand across. Alrighty, enjoy your stay. Welcome to Noria. Glad to have you back. Just goes back to some papers in front of him.
Have a good day.
It's made 400 gold. I bet he's glad.
I don't know if it goes directly to him.
I don't think he makes the 400.
He might though. He might pocket
gets-
some.
Gillian or whoever.
He gets like 10%.
10%.
Damn.
He's making bank for doing nothing.
Finder's fee, yeah.
He just gets free access.
Yes. Honestly,
Nice
I would
good
take
shit.
that. If we, do we just have to get
Desk
jobs?
job?
Here?
Like, it's the
We have to
thing
get
to
jobs
find
here?
out.
We get in for
Oh,
free?
because it vibrated?
I'll do that.
What do you slide?
You exit
Slider?
through the doorway to a bright lit sky, clear and blue, the large Hall of Gillian before you,
Gate code? What's gate code here?
with the pylons kind of orbiting the structure itself, the marble building giving this a little bit of a pearlescent glow to it. You see several individuals making their way down the road and into and out of the hall. You can see someone very clearly fly above the hall and then off into the clouds on some sort of a creature, but you couldn't really make much of it out. But you see them very briefly just kind of coast off into the sun and the clouds disappearing. You see over at the kind of sky dock over to the right as well. Ander especially, you're staring hard at it, like looking and very intently
I'm gonna buy it.
staring it down. Your eyes aren't believing what they're seeing, and you're looking at everybody else and then looking back over at it. You see a zeppelin docked at the side of there, essentially a flying ship. You can see that there are no sails at all. There's just this kind of huge dock sitting there. There are several individuals walking up over to it. Many of them have on this like kind of tattered leather clothes, large aviator type like goggles attached to their face. Some of them have them up. Some of them are just kind of sitting in front of them. They have these like harnesses on. Some of them have on their side these just huge vials or canisters rather that are clear. You can see some of them are actually full with electricity and like lightning that are kind of moving around on the inside of it. Many of them appear to be walking around getting things ready and seem like they are loading stuff onto the Zeppelin itself. As you go to start like walking over or make any gesture to get in that direction, you watch it actually like everybody very quickly is like loading stuff on, drops it on, and then it starts to slowly drift off the side and go off into
I'll
the
jump.
clouds and disappear.
I think I can make it.
I'll throw you.
But you watch it disappear into the clouds.
We can look at it another time.
You guys can do as you wish.
I want to go to the hall.
All right.
Is there like an inn here?
You were told the Wizard's Reprieve
Wizards
is
Kinda cool to
some
see.
sort of like an inn for here.
Fancy name.
Maybe not.
What you looking for?
I thought I had a pen back here.
Do you
Pretty
need
sure.
one?
Wait, I think I just found it. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Think so. Because it's all in this. Is anybody going with Connor or Moldrak? You're going to the inn, or what's going on?
I'm gonna go with him
Same.
Okay.
first, just because I don't know if we have to see those guys again.
Alrighty.
I have to give this box back.
True.
I don't think us holding on to it is a very good idea.
Debatable.
Malt drink.
I'll survive forever. I don't care.
your way back into the hall itself. You can see immediately, kind of over to the side, up in the little loft where all of the books and things are, you see Asim. He was the kind of Nasayun man who was part of the arcane sect that you saw before. You can see him in these eccentric robes of purple, gold, and red, just covered in jewelry. Just kind of looks down to you, holding a book in his hand, closes it, and just gives a brief wave before turning back around, opening the book up, and reading to it once more. Trigadir, the dwarven individual, the kind of master enchanter here, walks out, doesn't even look in your direction, just continues to walk. Walks past. The doors to the meeting room of the arcane sect, where all of those kind of rings were, the doors open. You can see Magisterium Adrixir is standing there, and Tobias next to him kind of turns around, says something to the Magisterium, and then runs out the door. The door is just kind of closing behind him.
Is Tobias running towards us?
Yes. Just kind of walking.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to him.
Oh, Keepers, you're back quickly.
Yep.
Hello.
Didn't even need this. Toss over the box.
He grabs it. Oh, appreciate you returning it. I'll be sure to get it back. And he kind of just rolls his hands over and it disappears. Thank you.
Save it for a rainy day.
Yeah. True.
How long will you be in Arcanoria?
Not sure right now.
All right. Well, it's been only a couple of days since you teleported last, and you may be feeling a bit woozy at the moment, so I recommend at least staying a day or two, resting and taking a bit of time. Teleporting consecutively in small increments of time can be a little dangerous.
So
Wait, what do you mean dangerous?
A friend of mine went to
It can mess with your mind a little.
Like a headache?
It starts that way, yes, but then eventually becomes more of forgetfulness. You start to get amnesia of things. Your memory starts to fade before you really forget how to
Go insane.
Insanity is a pathway that could be, it's probably better, honestly, than what most people endure, but for the most part it's monitored by us, and we were sure not to let you travel too frequently.
Yeah, it doesn't happen on a ship, that's all I'm saying. Just do this teleporting thing over and over again. It's just take a ship.
I mean, we're not really doing anything.
But you
right
can
now.
drown on a ship.
It's hard.
Not if you hit a big
Are
enough
we
rock.
doing it?
If you have a minute, actually, I think the Magisterium wanted to speak with you, Connor.
Alright.
We'll just wait for you.
Yeah.
Go look around.
Wherever.
Okay.
We'll
Meet
find
out-
each other.
Meet out front.
The
Yeah,
Wizard's
that's fine.
Reprieve is a good place for you all to
That's,
go.
we could meet
The,
there. Yeah.
the gold fee you pay, it covers rooms for you for the night, so you just go and
Oh.
request whatever you need,
Well,
and they'll...
I like this.
That sounds even better.
I
Yeah.
would like to get some small invisible housekeepers for the house.
We can do that. We can take care of that.
Okay.
The market's closed currently for a little bit. We had a brief run-in with some creatures in the sky, and they didn't like a lot of birds, essentially, just a large flock slammed into the seagulls. I don't know what they were, but they're cleaning everything up back there, so you just mind it for
You're
now.
a man
It
of
should
the
be
sea,
open
maybe
tomorrow
you know
morning,
what the
though, for
birds
sure.
are.
Okay.
There's people working on it right
Think
now.
it really matters.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
weird
Well,
thing.
we'll meet there at the
They could be
the
bomb
Wizard's
birds.
Reprieve,
You
Alright.
never know.
Cool.
and we can be reprieved.
Yeah.
Angry Birds? Is that what we're playing?
While you have me here, though, is there anything anybody else
Yeah,
needs
we
at
would.
the moment, or...
I do.
If blue ones start
Do
flying
you
over the
know
edge,
anyone
you
in the
you better
city
run.
by the name of Brayun?
Brayun. I do not know Brayun personally, but
Inside.
Of that person?
yes.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Currently seeking them out.
Hmm.
And we have similar abilities. Trying to get a handle on them, understand them.
All right.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Just for fun.
We have had people, scholars here in Arcanoria, travel to the world of air. It's
17?
17? He's truthful. Travel
Gotta be
to
safe nowadays,
the
you know.
world of air
Should
before.
incite the DM.
Many of them haven't really returned.
Okay.
The world of air is a very mystical place. It's mysterious. There's a lot of untapped power that's there.
You saying that that's where he is?
Yes, that's where he resides. We've sent people to go there looking for information, as I said, but few have returned. The Aurorian Protectors, he's the leader for them. They're a group that defends the world and all that it has and holds. They're powerful, cunning. Would not call them savages, but they hold on to tradition that they formed while being there. From time to time, they'll come over. Brayun has been known to be the most reasonable of all of them, but they don't take too kindly to outsiders. We could take you by Windrunner. The gateway is a little hidden. Arcanoria moves in this very specific ellipse. I think we're only about 3 days before we're close again. Close enough to take you by Windrunner, at least. I'll give you a coin to return to Arcanoria, and then leaving the same way you came in would be dangerous, as it's nothing but sky. So you'd have to bring water
Bicycle.
with you in order to drop it in.
Okay. That's true. And create water.
I have that prepared.
Okay. I guess I have 3 days to think about it.
Yeah, certainly.
Right.
I do have to ask, is there any sort of way for me to find a book or so on deities and clerical deeds?
There's books
Or
everywhere.
actions?
We have a little library that you could have access to. Like I said, we're not really too privy on letting everybody just read what we have to offer. Knowledge is powerful, and a lot of people should have it, but also some people don't really need to be looking into it. And the Magisterium was a little upset about me letting you read on the Abyss, but I'm sure I could point you in the direction of maybe some books. The Market of Gillian usually has a lot of small vendors who are selling things, but when it comes to religious things, typically not too plentiful here in Arcanoria.
Okay.
Your best bet, though, would be the Market of Gillian. There's small book vendors.
If I can find anything, kind of probably be my best bet. Alright.
Right. We'll meet you at the Wizard's Reprieve.
Okay.
We'll head out.
Alright. As you guys make your way out and towards the Wizard's Reprieve, this way with me, Connor. He's actually not doing anything right now, so be a good time as any.
Alright.
He walks over and knocks on the door. It slowly opens up. The Magisterium standing at the top of the platform there. With several kind of seats around the sides. He just kind of looks over, gives a nod. Tobias just kind of leans back and pulls his hands as the doors close behind as well. Standing before you, kind of straight up, his eyes are still that kind of light, dull glow to them. It's kind of white. His hair is a little thinning and gray. The golden robe with this kind of black trim that slightly shines. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Please, up here, if you would. Make your way up to where the rings are kind of moving out in front. While you were away, I'd spoken to Grand Magus Asarius in the Lyceum of Gillian. Just a little bit on you and what he had thought of you when the two of you spoke. We have the second volume here of the compendium. I think Tobias may have told you, or somebody, maybe even been me, I do not quite remember. But I had spoke with him in order to see if he was comfortable with you having it. And with his words, he seemed pretty confident in your abilities. We're very hesitant with who ends up with these books.
I can
You
see
said you
why.
already have the first, yes?
I do. And I take it out of my bag.
Confiscated.
How well have
We're
you been
waiting
getting
for that.
along with learning from it?
All but a couple. I mean, I haven't really had any huge issues. Maybe just some fatigue at first, and then it just fades away, and everything's normal.
That's natural. It will happen. In regards to the second volume, the third, as I'm not sure if you've heard or not, is lost somewhere in the astral sea itself. Somebody who dabbled with the spells within it was ripped over into this very strange place. I myself have never been and have no desire on actually going, but the third compendium is there, the volume at least. It's been there for quite some time. As I said, whoever owned it before dabbled with it and didn't really know what they were doing, and bad things happened to them. So I just want you to be aware that this compendium also has a spell within it that is a little dangerous. The book itself will tell you. The Grand Magus has a small addendum in it that he wrote in regards to the spell and things that he learned. Most of the spells that are in there are spells that he created with Gillian, so they are pretty powerful. But enough talking, I'll let you read it. And he kind of reaches forward towards the golden circles, just puts his hand up, and they all start to kind of move around a little bit before they slowly stop to form like all in a line, like almost like a dartboard. There's just several smaller circles, getting to a point where there actually is like a small doorway that presents itself. You can see that it has these like silver trim to it. A bunch of steps slowly go over towards the platform. Wait here a moment. He walks his way over and into the door, opens it up, and you can see that there is this like very long vault on the inside that he walks into. The door closes behind him, kind of sitting in here for a few moments, just looking around at everything before he comes back, holding the second volume. I hope that it is useful.
Thank you. I'll try my best to learn everything in here.
There's one spell.
It's a bit more difficult to learn the spells within there. You'll notice with the things required to actually go through the learning process and the time it takes, it's a little more strenuous. I just ask you to be careful is all. We have a lot of knowledge here. Before we were very open with who we shared it with and realized that that is probably not the best route to take.
It's understandable.
Much of what we know here is extremely beneficial but also dangerous. It just depends on who knows.
If you don't mind, I do have one question, kind of off topic of this book. I mean, you're probably aware of like the chronomancers inside the Lyceum, right?
Yes.
Well, when I spoke to the Archmagister before, it was right after I was somewhat revived after being killed by some Beholder's minions. I was told I only had a certain amount of time left, and I don't know if that was entirely correct or not.
Right.
And somewhat getting close to the end of that time.
What exactly are you asking of me, Connor?
To kill me.
Can you check? Do you know how to check? Who I can talk to? Anything like that?
Maybe able to, your best bet, going back to the Lyceum, trying to see if the Order will speak with you. Could be some religious magic that could tell you, but
I just don't want to, be close to it and then be helping the rest of the keepers do something and drop dead.
I understand. It's a fair point. I'll look into it, see if I can find anything, but as I said, maybe trying to go to the Lyceum and seeking out the chronomancers that did it originally. They may have some more information.
Yeah. Thank you.
Learn all that you can with the time you have.
That's what we've been doing.
If I were you, I'd start writing a journal or something, maybe, explaining all of the things you do and have done. Pass your knowledge on to somebody you can trust.
It's a great idea. Well, thank you again for this.
Yeah, of course.
You did say the next time we were here you had something for us?
Yes. I can wait, though. A little bit of preparation on my end needs to be done before anything could get moved into motion, so we'll wait.
Okay.
If anything, I'll reach out to you.
Possibly, for the next few days, Tobias was talking to us about possibly traveling to the world of air. Muldrak. He's in search of somebody there, a master or some sort. He has elemental powers.
Makes sense. The Aurorian Protectors, they're a small group of individuals who can tap into the power of the world of air and have learned to do it here in Zaxria as well. Brayun, their leader, very strong individual. He's a little more reasonable than the others, but he just be wary when you're there. It's a very mysterious place. It's hard for us to explain. It's one of those things we kind of just leave be.
Yeah. A world made out of air doesn't really make much sense to me either.
Your best way of getting back, though, would be some form of teleportation magic. To try and come back the same way you went in is extremely dangerous.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind if we go. I think we're going to give Muldrak some time to think about it.
And if now is not the time for you and you wish to come back, I'll be sure you all have a coin to give back whenever need be.
Thank you. Kind of do a little bow. Start heading out.
Alright, make your way out and towards the Wizard's Reprieve, where everybody else has already gathered. You make your way into a pretty lively interior. For the most part, everybody in here is either drinking. Some people have these very, very long, thin, like pipes that they're smoking out of, some sort of like tobacco. You can see it slowly, like in the air. Some people are just kind of like leaning back, like with the smoke in the air, just like messing with it and making like shapes and stuff. Just a lot of strange magic going on in here. You see that there is the bartender himself seems to be this very well-built male individual. Has a like curling goatee that comes down probably about like a good foot from his chin. His hair is pulled up in this long kind of black ponytail. His skin is this kind of mocha color. He has on this like silvery gray sweater. He is also pouring drinks, and then as he pours a drink, he like holds his hand out and then just kind of with some form of telekinesis, like pushes it over to whoever is taking it. Puts plates on the table and then lifts them up and pushes them over to a table like 30 feet or so away on the other side. You can see as people are like walking by, they just kind of duck underneath the plates that are going across. You look over to the side to try to find some sort of a band, but just see musical instruments that are just like playing themselves. There's even like drumsticks that are just like floating in the air and like hitting to the beat. There are all different walks of lives of individuals in here. You can see that there are a few gnomish people, halflings, dwarves, elves, but very sparingly. Humans.
Anyone like you?
No.
Any dragonborns in here?
The occasional dragonborn. Yeah, or like 2 or 3.
Hello?
I'll head up to the counter, I guess,
Okay.
and I'll wave down the gentleman sending out magical orders.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Greetings. Can I help you?
Yeah, looking to get a few rooms, place to stay for my group.
Very well. How many rooms will you need?
Is it just one person to a room?
I can do as much as 4 to 1 room, so
4?
it's whatever you wish. You can split it up however.
2 rooms should be good then.
2 rooms? Very well. He just goes towards his pocket, pulls up 2 keys, holds them for a second. There's like a shimmer to them, and then he hands them over to you. When you hold them, you feel this like little bit of a quick, like almost like a static, like a shock a little bit, and hold it. Very well. When you go up, just find any door, turn the key, and walk right in. It'll be fine.
Cool. Right. Thank you.
Oh, certainly. Drinks or anything? Food for you while you're here? I'm
Nope.
Jordy if you need anything.
That would be great. And your name is?
Jordy.
Jordy. Oh.
Yes.
I'm Moldrak. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. He just starts going underneath the table and pulling plates up. You can watch as he pulls the plates up. They're like blank until they, like there's nothing on them until they get to a certain point, and then food appears on them.
He's a 3D printer.
Starts setting them up. Puts like 6 or so plates up on the table there. The Archdruid, who is with you, kind of behind as you guys take your plates and drinks and find a table or whatever you may find. The food set down in front of you. She sets down, or as you guys all set down the plates. Oh, perfect time. Set down the plates and such. The Archdruid.
Planned.
I'm the Archdruid. Roleplay.
Well, that went much better than I was expecting it to go.
It certainly did, yeah.
And I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, we really couldn't have done it without you, so.
I'll probably leave tomorrow in the morning. Get some sleep tonight, and then back to Venore for me.
We understand.
May go to the keep for a moment and maybe speak with the dean a little bit more on some things. But hopefully if you're in Venore again, I'll be able to see you.
Yeah. Hopefully in a more peaceful time.
Yes. And it'll be thanks to you that that time's more peaceful. I'll actually just take this with me and go up into the room if you don't mind. Thank you. She kind of walks off with a small plate of food and a glass of wine. Eventually, probably about 3 or so minutes later, Connor makes his way in. You're able to wave him down and lead him to the table you guys are at.
Connor, over here. Watch out for the floating plates.
So I'm just shooting.
He's going
at him.
fast.
Why are there fucking 30 plates flying at me? You're just
You don't
trying
have
to
to
attack
duck.
Connor.
Shooting discs.
The interior of this tavern is essentially this large, not really like apartment building, but it's just kind of built straight up. You can actually see all of the floors above. There's probably like 8 or so different floors that kind of go up. These staircase that starts at the side, and actually is just kind of very narrow to the side. Just kind of goes up and continues to wind up more and more as it gets higher and higher. Do you want these plates?
I'll have to go grab plates from downstairs. Look at
I've got these right here.
stuff.
He's prepared, dude. You looking?
You can sit right back down, bud. You're okay.
Watch the cable.
I'll grab
I'm
some.
trying to do this as small as possible.
Think halfling.
Alright, so you guys are all seated in here. The interior is very nice. Everything's very well kept. There is like not a speck of dust anywhere. You'd imagine there are a lot of little homunculi scurrying around. And you can also see while you're kind of looking about, from where you're seated, there's kind of like where the bar is. It's kind of down a little bit, the entryway that goes in, and then there's a little bit of platform like to the outsides where all of the tables are. You can see behind the bar, very, very tiny, with small hats, aprons, knives, spatulas, little pans, a bunch of little homunculi that are like underneath the bar that are like all moving around, like making the food. And then as they're like being pulled out, you watch, they're like so quick, they like put the food on there. So like you before thinking that they just like appeared, when you saw it, there was actually like little homunculi that are like putting the food on there. They're just very quick about it. So like you may have like looked, saw they were blank, looked away, looked back, and there's food on it. But there's like a bunch of these little homunculi underneath there moving around. Probably like a good 20, 30 or so of them that are all just moving around.
Do the cleaner ones, the invisible ones, do those make noise?
You don't like hear them.
Okay.
The only time you've actually like heard them is like when you looked at them and they make that like quick little like and then just like scurry off.
Okay.
But like for the most part, if you're just like going about your day, it's like something you don't even realize.
But yeah, I go up to the bar.
Yes. How can I help you?
Can I have 6 drinks and food?
Yeah, sure. He just reaches under, grabs some plates,
Doubling up.
puts them up, starts setting them down. You can see as he puts one plate up, you watch a little like hand like, set something on it and then go right back down. They're probably about this big.
What do they look like? Like
You can
facial-wise?
see they have almost like a bulldog-like face. Their ears are kind of droopy on the side. Their eyes are this like shallow, like kind of gray, like kind of sunken in color. They don't really seem to have much of personality. They seem to have been created for the sole purpose of cooking food. They just no facial expression, are just moving around underneath. You watch a couple of them like scurry at the back of the bar to the other side where there's a bunch of ingredients that they grab, and then one of them kind of looks up and goes back to what it's doing immediately.
Okay. I just set it up. How much is that going to be?
It's with the 50 gold that you pay when you come, so
I totally remember paying that. I just
Now they're suspicious of us.
walk back and set more plates on top of the plates that are
Why
already
did
there.
you get more food? I will take it, but why did you get more?
I take a small loaf of bread off it real quick,
Yeah,
I was gonna eat that.
and I rip a piece off and I put it on the floor, and I'm just
as you sit there and stare at it, you keep staring and staring, and then eventually like look away as you're just like, whatever. And then you're like, oh shit. And you look back and it's gone.
what's
Alright. You guys can discuss what you're going to do. I'm going to go grab
It's
cups.
gone.
Okay.
Why?
The homunculi.
Oh, the small invisible ones. That's
Yep.
right. Oh,
So I know I really haven't taken the night to think about it, but I think I'm gonna hold off on going to find Brayun for now. The world of air sounds pretty dangerous, and as long as I know where he is, I can go and find him.
Alright. I did speak to the Magister here.
What did he say about it?
Nothing too different than what Tobias said.
Okay.
Pretty much the same thing. You know, he's the leader.
Yeah.
They don't like outsiders too much.
Okay.
He's probably the nicest one, but that's if you can get to him.
Okay.
Getting back from there would be really hard. Because getting back the way you came, I guess the best form would be teleporting.
Coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say the coin.
He
it
did
needs
say to
water.
let him know if we were going, but if not,
Okay. Yeah. Like I said,
I
we
s-
can.
I
We
told
can
him
put
it
it
was
off.
entirely your decision.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't
We
think
can
it's, I don't think it's quite necessary yet. still trying to understand air, but
Same.
I think for now we're okay. I don't know what we can do now, but
In very different
guys
ways.
have
If you do
plans.
remember him saying that he had some plans for us,
Okay.
I asked about those two.
Yeah.
Said some things still got to be taken care of on his side before
Okay.
anything like that happens.
I don't remember, but I do now.
That was when we first met him.
Okay. What do you think, Ander? You see that cool ship earlier?
It was really cool. I really don't understand how
It works.
that's like your ships are heavy. I tried to pick up a couple. Oh my!
You've tried?
I didn't even move it.
You've tried to pick a ship up.
Yeah, it's the obvious thing that you're like. I wonder if
I
I'm
have
strong enough
never
to pick
once-
this ship up.
I've never once in my life thought
You're a
of
weird
picking a
person.
ship up.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
think it
feel
makes
like
you
I could
weird
at
trying
least
to pick
like
a ship
lift it
that
a
he
little
probably
bit.
could.
probably.
He may be
But
able
they
to
are
lift the
heavy.
bow.
They're pretty. They're
And that thing was
probably heavy.
flying.
Yeah.
Well, that has to be some sort
Maybe
of...
it's really light. Although wouldn't the people weigh it down?
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll try to pick it up. If
Maybe
we ever
there's
get
just
close
a
to it.
dragon inside. For
And
that.
if I can pick it up, then
They seem to take off like right away.
it seemed like they didn't want us to go to it, and I'm a little upset. I wanted to look at it.
Well, maybe there'll be more chances.
Possibly.
Flies via air elementals.
I don't know. I didn't see any, but
I
it's
didn't
possible
see
that they
anything.
were there.
I didn't pay attention to the ship.
Only thing I saw was some
Ship.
form of lightning in a bottle
What do you mean?
Lightning
on
in
their
the bottle.
sides.
Oh yeah, those things.
Do you think that made them fly? Can you fly on lightning? I don't
I mean,
know.
some of them are maybe like powered of some sort.
Oh, like energy to power it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I guess if you run out of that, you
Right. Like a.
That would be quite unfortunate.
Wait,
Have a
so they don't use
ship falling from the
like
sky
wind or
randomly?
anything like that?
I don't know.
I mean, probably some form of it so they can move. I don't know.
Why don't when one comes in you ask the
I would
captain
guess
how
they
it
would need
works?
something to propel them forward.
I didn't see any sails.
Yeah. No, there was no sails.
Maybe there's a...
They're so confusing.
Maybe we should just walk over to those docks and see if there's anybody who could tell us about it.
Yeah, instead of sitting here throwing guesses into the wind.
It's kind of fun though.
Yeah,
It is. You're all right.
fun.
It is pretty entertaining.
Tavern music got lit.
We could go shopping.
Imagine that is everybody in the bar.
We really don't have like a ton of gold because everything here is crazy expensive.
I only have 100 left.
We still have like
Pretty sure
4,000.
I literally give
400.
the second I get gold, I give it to Duluth every time.
Yeah,
So
I just write it down.
I try to keep small amounts on me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, after we're done, after you guys are done eating and drinking, I would like to head toward the Market of Gillian.
Didn't
It
they
was
say
shut
this?
down.
It's right. That's
Bird.
right.
Bird
Birds.
attack or
Birds,
something.
yeah.
Bird attack.
Maybe it'll be
Bomb
good by
birds,
tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't think they attacked. I think
The,
they might have
Just smacked into the island.
The
And I think that, like a...
they
do
were
you think the
migrating.
airships have to deal with that?
I don't know.
Probably.
Smacking
yeah.
into birds?
Get,
Oh.
like anti-bird cannons.
That seems the logical route around birds.
I don't know.
You think
Just
there's like,
having,
you know, how there's like
sorcerers
sea
casting
monsters.
fireballs.
Do you think there's like sky monsters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dragons.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
barely
more
any
than dragons. I don't know.
At Point of Wraith? Well, that's a dragon.
How many dragons have you seen?
That one.
No, wait.
Two.
I've seen two.
Is he with us?
I wasn't here for that.
It wasn't here.
I was with you, but I wasn't here.
Okay.
No, I wasn't.
No.
These are.
I was dead.
I'm still
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was
I've only seen one
recent
dragon,
thing.
and it's that one.
We've seen two. Then
When?
we fought
We
another
killed
one.
one.
You killed one. What color was it?
Reddish.
Reddish?
Yeah, like a copperish red.
I know nothing of dragons.
Zarbrax has the tooth. Does he still? He doesn't have the tooth on his. I thought he took it off and put it on like.
Is it like a big old tooth, or is it like a
No,
tiny
we
big
put-
tooth?
No,
we
that
put the
was a
horn.
different tooth.
Big
Or a
old
horn.
dragon.
It was a
Horns
big
and
dragon.
In the display
Zarbrax
case.
has
I'm
the,
not talking like
the
an
tooth
owl.
on him.
It's like
see, right here.
Yeah, there's a dragon's tooth.
It's like
you seem like an expert in teeth. How did you know that immediately?
It's sharp. and a dragon's holding it. So it's
Wait, what
his.
about that
Could
tooth?
be sharks.
What about that tooth, Skip?
What about this one?
Yeah,
What
what's
does it
that
look
too?
like?
It's like very pointy.
Pointy?
Yeah, and it's kind of it's not flat. It's like a little. It's almost perfectly cylindrical, and then comes to a point.
Oh,
I think it's a squirrel.
I wonder if it's a hag.
Wrong guess.
Is it
Can I
the-
make
is
a
it the
medicine?
hag?
Can I make a
Yep.
medicine check?
Hag tooth.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it.
Hag
I was about to
tooth.
say, can I make a medicine check?
Yeah, when you
to
get close
see
to
what
him
it
and
is?
whack
What
him
about
with
this one?
hammers, you can kind of
I'll
tell.
make a medicine
It's
check.
kind of like
Makes sense.
curled.
Curled?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's a rabbit.
Medicine?
No,
Go ahead, make a. You can make a nature check.
Nature check? Okay.
they have people teeth.
15. It's a fucking tooth. That's what it is.
It's not a tooth. It's a claw.
Oh, that's a claw?
Scammed.
It's a foot tooth.
That's a weird thing to say.
This is a weird thing. to
That's
say.
weird.
Wait.
I'm now uncomfortable. I don't want to eat anymore.
That's what gets him.
Yep.
Yeah. I've seen you eat rotting chicken. that bothers you?
It's not rotten.
It was pretty bad.
No, I doubt it.
Didn't we have
Also-
chicken in the bag of holding for like a while?
No, it wasn't that
Also,
long.
by
It
the
was
way,
like 2
what-
days.
What was
No,
the-
it's still enough.
What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. We can relax for once in our
Well,
whole.
I could say you guys
Lives.
could get drunk and relax.
If I have any say,
No, I'm kidding.
all right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What
I
is
love
it?
you. I'm kidding.
Thinking of Apex a lot, and his family, and seeing how he was, and getting a little homesick.
I like where this is going.
Maybe if there's any way we could get to Ezeron.
They might have a portal here. I've already been thinking about this. Because it's the only place we haven't been now.
Isn't it like
That
very
and
close
on
knit
the other
dragon
side.
porn? Not a lot of
That's-
people are allowed.
That's true, yeah.
We also haven't been to where you're from.
Or the ice place.
That's
The
true.
glacier, all the way northeast.
They are the only ones we haven't talked to yet.
Yeah, it's true.
Have you been to
Might be
every
time for
Southbrook
that.
Island?
I mean, we just need to go to the capital, really. We
Yeah,
just need
yeah,
their
true.
support.
But where's the capital of Ezeron?
We don't know.
In Ezra.
A lot of Ezeron is just like wildlife and stuff roaming around, but there's just like a central spot where there's civilization, and it's like
The capital.
I'm not being like arrogant, but it's like the best civilization I've ever seen.
It's better than this one?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It-
We got to go.
wait, it's better than a floating island full
Yeah.
of magic?
Yes.
Holy shit, let's go.
The
Oh, man.
architecture there is great.
Now, aren't the dragonborn folk in Ezeron kind of close knit? Don't like outsiders at all? Like,
The elves were like that.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now they're
they
friends
changed
with
their
us.
mind.
if we
But,
just
uh, There
kind of,
is a reason that a lot of people don't go to Ezeron.
if we pop up on the island,
It's fine,
you
I'll
know,
fight any
and-
dragonborn.
hey,
Even that one.
no idea how we got here, but we're here, and then they decide they want to try to kill us. You know, it could be a whole
gonna fight.
fiasco.
This wants to
How are we
point
gonna,
out the guy. dude.
how are we gonna
Just
get
fucking hit
there?
him in the.
They might have a
Teleport.
portal. I don't know. I
There's
haven't
dragonborns here walking around.
We only
Who
looked
knows?
at
They
the
could be
one.
fun
We
as
just looked
If
at
they
the
don't, we
Azoth
could
one.
spend like 5 years sailing the sea until we find it.
That's true. Or we could ask if they know how to get there. If
Yeah.
they don't have a portal.
I tried going back when I left, but I got way lost and ended up on Athalia.
That's why we haven't.
Did you
tried
have a
to find
map?
it yet.
A ship?
Compass?
Well,
Yes.
A teleporter?
if we use a ship,
Sense of direction?
the way we gotta go to get there
Probably.
is not good either way.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of sea monsters.
I don't like those.
And pirate ships.
Oh yeah, and pirate ships.
I do want to find some pirate ships. Or one.
A pirate ship.
A single pirate ship at some point.
You want to find a pirate ship
I
Yeah,
on
might.
purpose?
I
yeah.
might be able to help
He's
you.
got
A specific pirate ship.
He's got a vendetta with pirates.
Me too.
Ah.
I might be able to help
I'm
you
okay
with
with
that when
finding
you're
pirate
ready.
ships.
I'm
You
ready
kill
now.
all the pirates.
Okay. I pull out the hand mirror of scrying. You think about that ship, or somebody on that ship, and look into the mirror.
I'll think to Sandon.
All right. You take the mirror. You watch Ander go from this very like joking, like messing around with everybody, kind of giggling. You hand him the mirror and explain, and he holds it. You can see his hand kind of shaking as he looks into it.
It's only a picture.
It's the first time that
It's
I've
not like-
seen him be serious.
It's just like very, very
You want to give
subtle.
me that back so you don't drop it and break it?
As he's holding it, he kind of like takes his other hand, puts it in front of him,
We're all still
leans
here.
down as he looks at it. You begin to look into the mirror itself. You watch it kind of go from this very, very flat mirror to where it looks like it almost like it's ridges and shimmers a little bit. And as you're looking into it, you can see it's like you're sitting there right across from him, like staring at him. He's at this small desk. You can see it kind of moving a little bit as he's on the desk. He's writing away at something and kind of working on papers in front of him, like holding up these large blueprints. Sits him down. You can see a familiar look in his face. He looks like he has his hair's like a little longer and shaggy. He looks tired. His eyes are like a little bit of like bags underneath them. You watch as he like goes to stand and like get up and walk to grab something behind him. You can't hear anything. You just see a lot. You watch him like kind of like stop and then look down at his ankle, reach and grab something, and then go back over and sit back down.
And it's probably like lightly crying. Thank you.
No problem.
I might have to do that again. 'Cause
Okay.
that one didn't really help for what I want, but
We can try again tomorrow. Okay.
Like I said, down for Ezron, also down to kill some pirates.
Yeah, both really. Maybe not kill, but fight at least.
Oh, I'm definitely killing them.
Alright, well,
Um,
that's fine. You can do what you gotta do.
at some point, I would like to make my way toward Tenebeth.
Okay.
There was a certain thing on the wall in the main hall that I would like to.
What
Try
you
to
talking
broke it.
about?
It was a very fancy-looking shield.
Okay.
are we stealing something from Religious City?
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No, we're not stealing.
I'm just like, I'll get that thing off
Yeah,
the wall.
I could get it.
It said that
Need a
when the time is
distraction.
right, it will unlock itself. And I just
shield
want to
is
see
in
if the
stone.
time is right, and if it'll unlock for me. But I doubt it.
Be confident. Maybe it will.
Never know.
That's true.
What if you have to be confident about it unlocking for it to unlock?
I don't know if that's how that
I don't
works.
think it's a confidence thing.
It might be though.
I think
What
it's
if it
more when
is?
the absolute evil comes to the world type thing.
Break in case of emergency.
Break in case of BBEG, yes.
Amiji.
What? I didn't say that.
Emergency.
Yeah, break in case of ultimate evil. Actually, I don't even think you could break the glass because it's enchanted.
Oh, we could
So if
break
there's
the
an ultimate
glass.
evil and you need the
I
shield,
think
you
I
can't
think
even
it
get to
opens
and-
itself. I'm not sure.
You gotta be in line though. Are there other people waiting for the glass to open?
I hope not.
First come, first serve.
Yeah, some guy just takes it.
You know, that's
He's
why
like
I want
a
to make sure
random
it's still
guy.
there. You know, I wanna
Some
make sure I've
kid
got
comes
my
along.
cue.
Yeah, some kid. He just grabs it. He's like, "Ooh,
Me and the
this
kid
is really
might
cool."
fight. We may fight.
He's like
That's-
You're gonna fight a
sledding
child.
on
I
it.
will.
Kid.
For that
sledding
shield,
on it
maybe.
down a hill.
I don't think I would, but
Alright.
I would like to check up on that, just in case. And plus, Hawker made a shield for me that probably don't.
But we could probably just find you a shield while we're here, at least temporarily. We kind of forgot before we went and fought the
Yeah, that was.
symbiote.
If we do make our way to Tenebeth, then I want to go back to the Lyceum.
Okay.
You
Well,
should make like a list.
let's start making a new to-do list, guys. We still have the old one, but
to-do list.
we still have the old one. We're only. I think there's only like one thing on that one we
Let's
haven't
kill a
done.
white dragon.
Yep, that's the one. It's going on the new list.
Dude, we got access
It's
to a
far
white dragon.
back, holy cow.
No,
Kill,
Alright,
kill
fuck up.
the white dragon.
killed.
I have to
The
shoot
white
a white
dragon?
dragon
Okay.
with a gun.
No, you can just shoot it at the end. Put a bullet in his head afterwards.
Okay.
I was thinking, I
The kill
calculate how much HP it has left, shoot it, and get the final kill. Odds very low.
No thanks.
Hey, bud. I'm gonna eat some of this. Yeah, I can't really move though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for you.
Does anyone like the
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Some scissor.
Resolutions.
Dessert. Some syrup with some zaw, dude.
Sipping.
Ryan, I don't know if they gave you enough sauce.
I don't know. I didn't
Were you
ask-
like,
I didn't
have
ask
pause,
for extra.
or we just-
You're like, there's 5 people, we need 5 sauces.
Everyone needs their own sauce.
Yep.
None of us even like to look at
true.
each
Oh,
other.
what the fuck?
So.
I'm supposed to be pepperoni as well.
Too
I
bad.
don't think
so
you chose
sad.
pepperoni.
Damn it,
I
Brian.
missed that option. On there.
Dope.
Is that just cheese, though?
Yeah.
Do you want cheese and pepperoni?
Hit me
or
up with a cheese, dog. Cheese and green pepper.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with this. Not bad.
I've
Just
never
give
seen
yourself
somebody
some meat
take-
and-
not the okay, whatever, you know, miss. I guess we fuck with cheese.
What kind of savage am I? Where I took that pizza from?
Like,
Why wouldn't I take that one?
How dare you?
Is that good, everybody?
I need sauce.
We don't have
Here.
to.
We're out.
Yeah,
here's
there
a
is no
whole
sauce.
sauce.
Fresh
for
out,
you.
bud.
God.
Fresh out is
Give
sauce
'em-
sauce.
Give them 1 sauce per bite, dude.
Yeah. We have
Once
to be very sparingly with what we have.
he just scoops the
There's also bread
sauce,
in there if you guys want
and he takes a sip of the sauce.
Scissor. Is it?
That's mine.
God, where is
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
old
pour the
to-do
dessert.
list,
I
dude?
got you, fam. Sorry.
This thing's small.
Getting mine.
Billy got pizza for all 3 of us, and
I-
bread,
I got
So
it.
much
and gave me
stuff.
some sauce, dog.
I got it, dog.
He sauced me up.
Dog.
I gave you the sauce.
Okay, Jerry,
Belly
go with the sauce.
Tavern.
Dog.
You ain't ready for the smoke?
Woof. You ain't ready for that.
Tablet.
Here you go. What do you want?
Tenebris.
Dude,
I don't even
Are you looking for a to-do
know.
list?
Tenebris. It's in here somewhere. Mountains.
From last campaign?
Started
No,
to
this
draw
is
some
it.
chain
He's
mail.
going through his notes and he's reading everything, and then there's like a squiggle. He goes, I don't even know what that is.
That was something. That was certainly
it
something.
meant something.
The
At some point in
arena.
time, that's was
The
probably
arena.
the biggest thing.
The arena. Where
Oh,
Worm fought.
When did we make this to-do list? I feel like there's so
Beginning
much.
of the
Honestly, I
campaign?
think it's. Oh, here it is. Quests. Go to Eandros. We can check that one off. Oh no, we have another one on the list. We still have to save your brother.
Yeah.
Oh no, we have another one on the list.
No, it wasn't like a whatever. I don't,
Okay, I
don't-
get it. You
Interpret
don't-
it
you don't
however
wanna
you
save
want.
it.
Honestly, I don't care. It's going on the list, so it must matter to me to some degree.
Not explaining myself to you.
Yeah, whatever. Frick off.
Frick off.
Not the frick off. I'm hurt. Should I not dip in this so we could like make sure that everybody
Everyone
gets
gets
some
some
sauce?
sauce.
Fuck up. It's not even my fault. I said 1 range. And a sauce. They gave me fucking 5.
I think you should have told them, do not give me 5 sauces.
Whatever you do, don't give me 5.
Yeah, you have to put the special instructions.
Alright,
It's
so-
easy on the sauce.
Alright, I started the new list. What is... We want to go to Azeron. I already have Save Your Brother, Andrew, so that's kind of along the lines of... I'm just gonna add Kill Pirates to that.
That's the side quest.
Yeah. Bonus 6.
0 out of 20.
Yeah.
Go to Tenebeth and
Go to Tanaveth and the Lyceum.
They're fairly close together.
It's true. You could probably even just get them both done at once.
I don't think so.
It's like less than a week apart.
Yeah, they're
It's
rough.
not close.
They're close.
That's
Pretty close.
we've been traveling for like months to get
We're
to
very-
places.
Oh, true. Yeah.
A week is big.
Okay,
chill.
what was there anything else?
What?
Was there anything else?
Uh,
Go to
wait for whatever's going on here.
Yep, that's true.
Your Windmaster.
Yep,
Uh,
got that one on there already.
what about an Earthmaster? What, are you looking for that guy too?
I don't know. I can seek him out, but
That one lady was like the water master, right?
I think we would probably have to
The
go
elf
somewhere
chick?
in the mountains for that.
Oh,
But he's a dwarf guy, so
no. Maybe he's like Hopefully he's not close with the Duragar.
He's probably hidden up. in there.
I don't think so.
Hey, he was the one that dug that big hole.
Master Kel only
He's
told
probably
me
hidden in Brimshire somewhere.
tiny bits about them,
Like the top of the mountain.
but
Like that fucking temple.
no, I don't. I think he'd be like deep underground. Would be my guess.
Yeah, he's the one that dug that big hole.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, we don't have to worry about that right now. If at some point I find it necessary, we can seek him out. I think that's it for now.
I'm on too late, but we can do that
We
now.
don't have to do this. Do this.
We, yeah.
We've got our plans. So we had 2 rooms, and I think these keys just lead you into wherever. They seem kind of magical.
You've got one with
I'm
you.
pretty sure we've only got 1 room now, because I don't think we can get into another one.
Okay.
Unless you can knock on doors and find who you need.
Interesting.
But there's like, this building's very tall. It's a lot of knocking.
This is true.
Oh, and also the Arc Druid is leaving tomorrow, she said.
She should be fine.
Yeah, I know. She's
Just
incredibly strong.
in case you guys have forgotten, hasn't been that long. Multiple teleportations is not good for you.
Yep, we learned that.
From the way it was explained, you might go insane.
Okay, well, let's avoid that. Okay, well, I'm mostly done eating. I'm also really tired.
You all definitely feel tired.
Let's go,
Skip's been shut down the whole time.
I guess we,
Is that at the table?
He's just
I don't know. We can go and try and find the Arc Druid's room, or we can just
because I can see and hear everything that's going on. So.
Your name's
If they're magical, they might just be
conjoined.
just big rooms.
But, yeah, I think he said 4 people to a room.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in one room. Sleeping.
let's go check it out. See what's going on.
Okay. Maybe I could just ask. I get up.
And
I
probably
go-
just get another key.
I get up and I go to the bar.
See, Jordy is actually
Excuse me, Jordy.
put down. Yes.
So, I gave one of the keys to one of my friends, and they went to, I don't know, wherever room.
Okay.
Is there a way to find whichever room they went to?
Yeah. Let me see this key that you gave me.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you. Just goes and pulls from that key. Makes another.
Oh,
They should all be side by side. Just open the one and.
okay. Cool. Thank you. You can have that one.
Okay.
They all just go to the same place.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. You literally walk up to any door. You could even walk up to the door that, like, you leave the actual tavern from. You just need somewhere you can insert a key. Turn the key, open the door. It actually brings you to a hallway. And the hallway itself just has 2 doors at the sides of it. You walk up, and once you actually walk out, the door behind you closes and reveals a wall with more doors. And you can actually, like, look down and see that you're probably, like, 4 stories up wherever these rooms are.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Walk over to the rooms. Open up the doors. You reveal a very, very well kept and neat interior. A lot of the room itself, like in the opening, there's like this half circle that's a little lower, so some stairs. A table that has a little bit of food on it. There are 2 rooms on the left side and 2 rooms on the right. Each of them seem to probably have like 2 beds, maybe 1 bed. You haven't really looked into those yet, but there's also a window on the far side that just kind of looks out towards where your building is, the Hall of Gilliam, like towards the back, so you can see like the pylons orbiting the sky itself. Just this big 4-pane window. And there's plenty of rooms and beds for everybody to just kind of lay down and sit down. Then there's like a central like lounge area where that little lower half circle is with the steps leading down, has like a large sectional that's there.
Connor's gonna go down to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take my my portable bookshelf out of my pocket, pop it up.
Take the bookshelf, speak the command word, and
I'm going to take my volume 1.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it on the bookshelf.
Yep.
I'm gonna take out volume 2. I'm just gonna read that throughout the night. He's not gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Sounds good. And if you did notice too, like the first page of it, the cost is a little more,
Mm-hmm.
and the difficulty is just a little higher.
Yep.
Just per the nature of the spells.
That is completely fine.
All right.
Drop on your shit.
Anything anybody wishes to do before going to sleep?
I'm gonna unclip my cloak and take the sword off my side.
Okay.
Just get comfortable. And then shut down in the corner.
All right. It is pretty nice being here. You're able to relax and kind of take a breath, and
Are we above the clouds or in the clouds?
you're pretty much in them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like humid up here. I feel like water kind of clings to you a little bit sometimes. Not sure if it like rains or anything, or if you're above that. But
Just hit a pocket.
yeah.
We're just so.
Oh god. The whole city.
But
drowning.
you are able to relax. Even staying up reading late is something that you feel like you haven't been able to do in a little while. Not having to worry about getting a good night's rest for the next day ahead of you. You're able to just kind of sit up, and you get a little hungry throughout the night and go over and grab like apple or something off the thing and eat that, and you can continue to read. You sitting
Walking
there
and
can
listening.
just see everything kind of going on and listen. Everybody seems still a little worked up. There's still a little bit of adrenaline that's going through some people, Zarvrex especially. Still kind of amped. He's up a little late before he actually just passes out. Just like you hear a loud thud and then go over and just see him laying down on the floor. Everybody finds rest though. You wake up the next day, spell slots, hit points restored, any other features to do as you wish.
Do I get a point of exhaustion for staying up?
Yes.
I'd have been up before everyone else. So 4 hours before everyone else wakes up, I'd go see if the market is open.
Trying to think. You definitely know it's going to be open, but it's just closed currently because of the time of day. But it
Wait.
will be open.
I wait outside.
Just wait. Okay. People walk by. You're like, oh, you can open it, and it just keeps walking.
Yeah, like a very impatient
About
child.
3 people.
I sit there.
You the guy? Are you the guy? Are you the guy? No, not the guy. But you probably only wait like an hour and a half to 2 hours before it is open. You can see that there is this. What you're essentially looking at is this large dome. In the dome itself, there's like an entryway. You can see this like archway. This archway that leads into it itself has doors that seem like they actually like curl like back in instead of like opening this way, or they kind of curl into the actual dome itself. And then, well, that only happens when the individual like opening everything up walks over to it. There's probably like 8 or so people that all walk up. It starts to open up. The inside of it's empty for the time being, but you notice that people start walking from houses, or not houses, but like the Wizard Reprieve, the other side of the road. People that are coming in through that marble gateway area. People that are coming from the far side, the sky dock. People that are walking over, just making their way to start moving into there. I mean, it only takes a minute before there's hundreds of people that are walking over here.
Again.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's woken up and starting to make their way towards the market.
I'd go to where I saw that homunculi.
Okay, you wouldn't have been in here yet, but you know that it's inside of here. That's the only information you guys
I'm just
got.
looking for a little pug-looking
Know
fucking
his
that
name,
guys.
too.
Yeah, you know the guy's name as well.
I totally know the
Mordred.
guy's name.
It's Mordred.
Mordred.
We're told.
I think I was with you when you got it.
The large dome building is kind of clear on top. It's kind of like this strange one-way mirror, essentially, or piece of glass. You can see out, but you can't like see into it. So it seems like it's opaque on the outside, but when you're on the inside, you can actually see out
One-way
to the
glass,
sky.
pretty much.
Yeah, so it actually looks like everything is outside in a way, but it is not. You can see where the edge is, though, like the border. There's like a good 6-foot wall that kind of goes around that's opaque, and everything is kind of set up against that. There are several small kiosks. There's even like little shops inside of the market itself, just like little tiny like potion vendors, herb vendors, cloth vendors, general goods. Pretty much looking around in here, it's a good sized little dome here, and looking about, you could probably find just about anything you're looking for. Go ahead and make an investigation check if you want to go look for the homunculi.
I rolled a 16, so investigation is 17.
17.
I know what the little guys look like.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm sure it's not too hard.
Except they're invisible.
And they're everywhere.
I think the fighting ones aren't invisible.
You don't know that. You haven't seen any fighting ones.
Nope.
I see a sword and a helmet.
Yeah.
All right. Were you guys
Way
planning on
on.
going to the market as well?
Probably.
I'd just be there way earlier than y'all.
Just gotta. There's flex random things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Flex random things.
Look at you breathing fucking weak.
I didn't even go to sleep.
All right. So whoever wants to go to the market is more than welcome to.
I do.
For you, trying to find your way towards wherever the homunculi are, you're walking around and can see people are selling some very exotic stuff along with pretty mundane things. It varies. Somebody's just selling food, like dried meats. Somebody's selling fruits, vegetables, almost like a little farmer's market inside of here as well. And then you go to somebody who has these very, very extravagant like gems and diamonds, to somebody who has just huge variety of like magical like weapons and armor and shields, brooches, pendants, just about anything is within this market area. You eventually find this small, there's not really like a corner of this at all, as it's a large circle, but there's a small little pocket on the side where you can see kind of these 3 long tables, and then at the end of the long tables there's like this small platform that has probably about 5 or so people that are at it. You see people walking up with coin pouches that are like, you know, putting money forward, and then somebody grabs a box and hands it over to them, and then they kind of open the box and look on the inside, and you can kind of catch a glimpse of like a hand that kind of comes up, and you can imagine this is where all the homunculi are.
We'll walk up.
A younger human girl, kind of looking over towards you, her hair in pigtails.
Oh, my hood is
Up.
Okay. Just cause.
Okay.
Many people.
This guy's trying to
hello,
steal
sir. How
a
can I
shield
help
from
you?
a religious city. I'm
Greeting. How much do personal protection homunculi?
You're looking for like combat homunculi?
Yes.
Alright, so there's a variety of homunculi that we have. There are some, depends on what exactly you're looking for. Your base price is probably going to be like 250 to 300 gold for each one.
That's a lot. What's your cheapest?
The cleaning homunculi.
How much are those?
20 gold for each one.
I'll take 2.
2? Oh, thanks, bud.
Oh, you only 10.
I don't have enough for 10.
She reaches forward for that.
I hand out 60. Make it 3.
Alright, very well. She kind of reaches over.
They're like 100 pounds a piece.
You watch her take the box. She writes something on top
I don't know if we're
and
going.
hands it back. There's like a shelf behind them. Somebody on the other side grabs it and goes over to the back where there's this large curtain. Individual moves forward. You can hear some rummaging from behind, like beneath like all the cloud and stuff. A little bit of like light that's flashing back there before an arm reaches forward and sets the box back on the shelf. You just see it from behind the curtain. She reaches over, grabs it. You watch her eyes glow with like this purple glow. She opens the box. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here. There you are. Just leave them within any sort of like closed walls, and they'll clean whatever's in that area. They probably do like 100 square feet per one.
I
So
open very slightly.
We're gonna be like
Look in.
25.
They jump out.
There's nothing in there, is
you
there?
don't see anything. I wouldn't shake that.
Do I hear them?
They're dead. They're
Do
dead.
I hear them bounce around a little bit?
You can definitely feel weight.
Oh, there's weight?
Yes.
They're probably
Thank you.
fucking professionals with this. People always shake them. They're
Is
like
it- do
dodging
they-
back and forth.
Do
like-
they,
Like- like-
They got their
Demand.
box legs.
Typically with these ones, you're going to just set them in some sort of closed off area, and they'll just clean. They eat off dust. They'll
They
pick
get
up like
inside
food
the
scraps.
they get back in the box?
This one clean ass
It's a
box.
clean box.
Once you let them out wherever you want to let them out, that's where they'll stay. You'd have to try to catch them and put them back in, but I don't recommend that. They're pretty quick.
Okay. Okay.
It's just lightning.
I just put my arm over the top of the box.
She
Fucking
takes
one of
it
the
before you go.
lightning bolts.
I just wanted you to see that they were in there. So she grabs it, pulls like a bow or like a piece of twine over on both sides, ties it off so the lid stays on. There you are.
Thank you. I put my arm on the top of it to weigh the lid
I
down
wonder what
almost.
happens if you just let them.
And then I
out.
walk
Will they walk
back.
off the edge of this place?
No, they're just clean here.
You can feel them like moving on the inside, but you don't feel them like
Trying
shoving
to
to
get
try to
out,
get
right?
out.
They're just all buzzing. I walk back to the room.
There-
Kill us in our
Where's
There's
the
actually
mom?
nothing in the
everyone's
box.
sleeping.
We're at the market now.
Nobody's there.
We're gone.
Nobody's there. I'm just walking with the
By the
box.
time you would have walked there, waited, it actually being open, you might even catch them walking back.
No. We took evasive maneuvers to avoid scale.
They took the other way around. You don't see them.
Slowly walking with them. A little tired, but not really caring too
I'd
much.
like to try to
Not
be
really caring.
Too much.
Say that they're probably like as you're walking out, they're coming in towards the front.
I just have a box. Hello.
Oh boy, what's the
No. They're very delicate.
something I could throw. Connor, go on. Oh shit! Off the edge, misses.
I jump after.
I bought 3 cleaning homunculi.
Okay, how
They,
much?
they're 20 gold apiece, but she said that one of them will clean like 100 feet of area.
It's like a corner of one of the rooms in our house.
Yeah. She said anything with 4 walls in a closed space, you just open the box and
So,
Let them
They
out.
will-
what if
they
we
will
had
clean.
like a octagon-shaped room?
Would they be confused?
I think their heads explode.
Fuck you, man.
They don't know where to go.
They just stand
They
there
just
and die.
They just go,
8 walls?
They don't know what to do. They're like,
they just stand in the middle of the fucking
no,
room
they
going,
talk. They're like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
it's just like. So now what?
Hey, please don't leave me. Oh no.
Well, turn on.
The circle.
This room is
Just one
broken.
wall.
I've never seen.
He just walks the edge the entire time. He never knows
Like
where
a
he's
Roomba.
at.
They just keep running
You
into the
don't
wall.
see him at all, but you just hear error. Not improved.
I think we might need a few more than that.
Well, I bought what I could afford.
Well, are we going? I mean, are we going home?
You can clean
I
your
don't
room.
know. Are we?
I don't. It's not really in the
Well, why did I buy these?
plan right now. I don't know. You went
I
to
throw it off the edge.
when you wanted that.
You really wanted a homunculi. That's why you.
I
bought
wanted
it.
one of the ones that would fight.
Yeah.
They're really expensive.
How
I
expensive?
mean,
Like 200 gold piece.
Ooh,
that-
I don't,
that
I don't
makes
think we
sense.
was-
I took the latter.
They-
of
they
the
do
two.
know
These
how
ones
to
are 20.
fight.
Yeah. What about
I would imagine not very well.
those cooking ones?
no, I mean, you get a lot of them, and they can deal a lot of damage.
It would be like a
Little things
horde.
can do a lot more than what you think.
Oh, unfortunate. It's true though. It is true. Well, I kind of want to look around the market. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
And are you
We-
alright?
we only really-
shifty-eyed, back and forth,
Before,
back and
before I
forth, back and
left,
forth.
I put my second compendium on the shelf and popped it down.
Okay.
It's not just.
Will, now I'm just
Everything's
carrying a
sitting out
box
in
full
the
of three
open.
invisible little
Like, hey-
pug-faced homunculi.
Hey,
What's up?
room cleaning.
It's a dog.
What's
Housekeeping.
a dog?
Does anyone have
this?
bread? I feel like I need to feed these guys.
And don't they eat dirt?
They eat dirt,
Yeah, just let
food
them out.
scraps.
Let
No.
them out for a second.
Apparently
Eat the
they are
dirt.
very, very fast. But you can't catch it. Would you like to chase one? 'Cause
No.
No.
I'm not going
I
to.
don't want to wander off the edge.
Neither do I. This is.
Okay, well then just keep it closed.
He said
They're
open.
probably fine.
I was saying. They eat dirt.
Do they breathe?
There's are there holes in the box.
Do I hear little breaths?
They say if they don't breathe, we just throw them in the bag of holding.
Oh my god.
And they just start grabbing everything in there and eating it.
True.
Not if they're still in the box.
Hey, that's how we clean it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Drop one in, dude, and then you
All
start
the
eating.
nasty shit in there.
Yeah.
You gotta clean it.
Dragon hide that's
You'd imagine they
rotting.
breathe.
It's not
They-
rotting.
Okay.
Dragonite doesn't rot. That's not possible.
It's magical.
I take a handful of dirt,
Okay.
just kind of like sprinkle it to the side.
You hear it move around.
They're eating it. This is
That's a
fascinating.
weird
to me.
noise.
Okay, well, while you figure out how your dirt eaters work, I'm gonna wander into the market.
Okay.
Looks like we gotta
Just
make
going
a
back
trip
to the
home now.
room.
Nope. Come with them.
Guess so.
Okay. Just carrying the box.
You just bring them with us.
I was just
wherever we
imagining
go.
Skip like bringing it and setting it in the middle of his floor and just sitting there like looking at the box, just huge, just looming over it. And you'd have no idea if they leave.
I left the
The
window
box has
open. I
been
don't
empty
know
for
where
like
they went.
6 months. It's just packed with dirt.
Definitely feel
They even
weight.
eat this shit?
Yeah.
Supposed to eat it.
I set the box
I think
in
they
the
ran
floor,
away.
Take the ribbon off and it flies open. It's like look
year
over,
later.
windows open.
He's got a ton of dirt in the box, but there's like cobwebs coming off of them because it's been there so long. Buried them alive.
I just want to look around in the market for cool stuff.
All right. Investigation check.
Weird. I
Aw.
also wanted to look in the market for cool stuff.
Oh, wow.
I want to go over to the
You also doing this?
that
Yours is
vendor I
better
saw
than
that was
mine,
selling
so-
magical shields and amulets and swords.
Oh, wow, I did really well.
I don't think it's much better.
I have like a either a +1 or a -1. Okay, I
plus
do
one.
a +1.
Or even.
Yeah.
Same intelligence level. Well, we're
18.
11.
I'd have told them about that vendor since they're looking for
too
someone
late.
special.
It's too late. I already searched.
Did you guys find anything?
All right. With
I'm just here tagging along right now.
Skip bought some dirt, guys.
Dirt
want to name
guys?
them.
Like little elementals?
No,
That would be lit.
I hand over the box. Don't
They're
open.
actually elemental?
I tell you, do not.
He bought the homunculi.
I
but
bought
they're,
3 of them.
They're invisible, so
Yeah.
they might not even be in there.
No, they're in there.
Okay.
Watch her shake now. Use your.
I'm telling you. They're like Street Fighter characters and
guess
shit.
they
They're
can
just like,
But there's not enough in there to
no wind in the box, but it's like blowing.
Yeah, I have 3 of them. I thought that they would help with the house.
but we're not.
But we're not going home, apparently.
Yeah, so we just bought them for no reason. Can you just return them?
I don't think you can probably return
For
stuff. here.
15 gold each.
20.
She's getting a steal. No, to
That's
return them.
insane. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
$5
I couldn't try.
No.
Restocking.
What am I going to do?
Can we
with
just,
30
like,
monkeys? I
throw
thought
'em-
we were going home.
Like, we don't actually teleport, just throw them through.
Then there's just a box sitting somewhere.
Leave a note on it that says,
Where would
do
it
not
even
open.
go?
Leave a note on it that says, take this to the
Can
keep,
Can we
Or
get them to
to
make
the
a portal
keeper's
directly
home.
to our house?
and then open it.
Probably not.
Could we get like a permanent one installed?
Probably.
Did the Arc Druid leave already?
I don't know.
Because she was going to the keep.
She
Oh.
might have. She probably gets up early. She's probably gone.
Probably.
She slept in the same room as us?
No.
Yeah, she wasn't there when you woke up.
She was not there when I woke up.
Okay, she's gone.
Yeah.
Why?
Have her drop them off at the keep and have someone run them
Oh
over.
yeah, true.
Have our crew. And our crew could have.
The crew aren't
They're
here.
at our house.
Aren't they at the house?
Yeah.
Well, they were
we'd have
getting
to,
there.
we would have to get to the house to give them the formula to drop it off at the
Hey,
house.
bring this to the house. Okay? Done. What else?
Open the box.
Oh, I was saying, bring it to the keep and have them bring it to the crew. Leave a note on it that says, open me inside the house only.
That's suspicious.
Boom!
Tarrasque flask.
True.
Tarrasque in a flask.
Anyway, we could just take them with us. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They eat dirt. So.
How big is the box?
Probably like 2 feet.
Do
Yeah,
they-
like 2 feet.
Do they breathe?
Oh.
Yes.
We could go ask the vendor.
I can hear them
Or
breathing.
just toss them.
That's all in the bag.
Yeah.
Good. We have to find out if they breathe, though.
They breathe.
I don't believe you.
I can hear them inhaling and exhaling.
I can't hear them when they're moving around.
Put it up to his ear.
I feel like you hear something.
That's a stretch. That might just be them moving around.
Stretch.
I want to confirm it with the.
When you listen again, you're not really sure if they're breathing. You feel like you heard that, like, but you don't know if it's just them making noise.
That's
or-
like after you eat a good meal, you're like,
So,
They just
are
got
we
dirt
just
too.
gonna throw
That's
them
what
in
it
the
was.
bag and see if it happens?
no.
No, we're gonna confirm and then we're gonna throw them in the bag and see what
Okay.
happens.
Well, then let's go.
Clean up the bag. Then we'll never get them out of the bag, though. There's.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
you
the
have to
box
just
won't
think
fit
of
in there.
Yeah.
items and then you can-
Well, the box.
I
will
want
fit
an
in there.
invisible homunculi. And then
Okay.
The box should fit in there. It's a pretty big
Well,
opening.
the
It's
box
like
closed up. It's got ribbon on it.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's go find out.
I just don't want 3 dead rats coming out of the bag.
They're not rats. They're
What?
rat-like.
They're kind of like, look like
Dogs.
dogs.
Like bipedal dogs.
creepy,
I mean,
but weirdly
I?
adorable.
Yeah. Smaller,
I mean,
stunted
who
cousins.
has true sight? Because
I can see them.
you can?
Yes.
You know, we should probably just ask. I would say, look in and see if you
Yep,
could see
that is
them.
the plan.
breathing,
Yep. We were just gonna ask all along.
but- Okay.
As you're walking over to them, you see a small gnomish woman who is selling a lot of goods. She has this like half circle table set up with shields set up,
That's a
these
cool
brooches hanging, swords that are all like off the back, like the back part of the table. Each part of it has like these canopy like top to it, and then at the back of it there's like sword racks that are set up and weapon racks. So the whole back side of the half circle is just like weapons hanging up on it. There's like a little bit of a roof to it. There's jewelry hanging, shields like set up, pieces of armor that are set on the half circle itself.
Do any of the shields catch my eye?
Just about every single one of them. All
Sweet.
of them are very, very elegantly made. There is some magical property to just about everything that is over here.
I'm going up.
Like I was about to say, like a kid with ADD. I just whoop.
Going to the... What's that?
shiny.
Making your way over, though, There is a vast assortment of goods. There are scrolls, amulets, armor, cloaks, gauntlets, warhammers catch your eye very, very quickly. One in particular.
Okay.
Helmet, this large mace, rings, shields. There's even more bags of holding. There is
Anybody want a
this
bag of
very,
holding?
very strange statue that's held inside of a glass box. It's kind of looks stone,
Nuts.
but it also has like a shape to it that looks like it's kind of melting, and then you kind of watch it like very, very
terrifying.
slowly move. It doesn't have a face. It's just kind of like this gray glob of.
I just look over them. That's terrifying.
I don't know what that is.
As you are sitting there, the small woman approaches. Hello, pleasure to see you. I am Vlida.
Hello, Vlida.
You look very interested in what I have.
Not so much.
No, you're not.
I-
All right,
I
that's
am.
fine.
I am.
I can see you looking. What do you want?
I'm looking for a shield.
Shield? I have lots of shields. What do you want your shield to do?
I'd hope the shield protected me.
Yes, that will do that, but it does more than just that.
Are you an enchanter?
I am.
Are you better than traded here?
No, I'm not better.
Okay. Okay.
She's just as good.
She's lying.
What? No, she didn't. She's fine. What about this cool hammer here? It caught my eye.
Oh, that is a guided hammer. If you were to throw it, it
Listening to our request.
so essentially it is a little easier to hit things with the hammer.
Yep.
If you are proficient with the weapon, you're able to use it much easier.
Yep.
So if something's like standing behind cover or something, and you throw this at it, it ignores that completely. It will go around, smack whatever wackajoe is behind that thing.
Does it come back afterwards?
After you throw it, it goes about 30 feet in a straight line, usually. And then after it reaches that 30 feet or hits something, it will like in bright white light, and then it appear back in your hand.
Welcome.
It's a
to
hammer
my
like
card
his
life.
cards.
Yeah. Well, that is a lot of cool stuff that you're saying.
9
right now.
billion.
How much gold is that thing?
I tell you what, first time here in market, okay. Usually I sell it for 3,000. I'll do it for 2.
How much do we have?
Do you have any? I'm looking to replace my sword,
All right,
but not with another sword.
What?
that's confusing.
It's very confusing.
With 2 shields. He's going for the 2 shield bill.
I'm looking for 2 shields that are easy to wear, not too cumbersome.
Wait, is he really going double shield?
But I need them to be able to be used as a weapon as well. To help defend myself.
I don't even understand.
I could just give you 2 shields.
That's not really what I'm looking
You want like spikes on them?
for. No, what I had in mind.
You want-
this is my.
You want a shield that is a sword.
Kind of, yeah.
You
I
want
was
some
looking
bladed
for-
shield.
I was looking for a buckler that would come over, more of a point with blades on the sides of it.
God.
2 of them.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm an enchanter. I don't make things.
Do you know anyone that would sell anything like that?
No, not here. Maybe be good or fun. There's no blacksmith or anything in this city, so it's
How
not
do you get
something-
most of your wares then?
What's that?
How do you get most of this?
Most of it I just buy when I'm not in Orkanoria, and then I enchant it for whatever purposes I wish.
Maybe someone in Brimshire may have some information on
That is a good place. That's where I get most of the scrap that they throw out.
The dwarves are very good with metal.
That they throw out.
So
We might be able to get some
swords.
free stuff.
I like break like a sword or something, and I just mend it back together, and then
That's kind of tough.
enchant it.
Huh?
I don't have to buy. I'm not telling you my business enterprise ideas.
We
Sorry.
kind of did though.
I know I
we
did.
kind of know what
Actually,
you do
My
now.
mouth just
I'm
runs,
not,
and I
I'm
can't
not
stop.
gonna tell
You
anyone.
know, I
think
really
I'm
like that
still this
idea. I
business
might have to
idea.
start.
It's been with
might
me
have to get into the
forever,
enchanting
as long as I can
business.
remember. How much would this run someone?
What does it do?
I pull it and it lights up.
Okay.
That's
Pretty
it.
much, it hurts demons and undead more than others.
Want to save that for evil beings?
Yeah.
Save it, but I'm just seeing how much it would
It's a
cost.
praiser. He's getting a
I'm getting it
praise.
appraised. Yes.
Do you mind?
Yes.
She grabs
She
it
puts
though.
her
You
like
lost it.
tiny
She
hands
might.
up.
Swords like that.
Yeah,
isn't it?
she's holding it. Her fingertips on it. It's well balanced, and she kind of takes.
I believe
It
the
is
sword has a
not,
name as well.
It's not arcanely enchanted. This is divine magic.
Yeah.
This sword is blessed.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to sell
this
like
not
a
the-
religious artifact.
Yeah, this isn't for me, really. Maybe Tenevet maybe would want to procure it from you for artifact purposes, but there's no arcane enchantment upon
Yeah,
this
I
blade.
just take my finger
if you don't
and
want
kinda
that sword,
pop
I'll buy
it up.
that sword off you.
Yeah,
How
I'll give you
much?
12 gold.
I got
4,000 off the door.
That's all we have. We can't do
like don't have any gold.
You want the hammer? Yes.
that. I kind of. Can I test it out? It's probably frowned upon, but
You could hit me with it.
And put the sword back and then pick up 2 shields.
We don't really usually let people test things.
Wait, didn't you say it goes 30 feet and then we'll come back?
Yes.
What if he just like throws it into the air?
I can make a
Well,
persuasion check.
I could definitely get it.
That's dangerous.
I put 2 of the smaller shields. Just
Persuasion.
to see how it feels.
Come on, Amber. Come on, Amber.
I'm gonna use my luck.
Yes.
Smart.
Come on.
Not very lucky.
Oh, no.
Nice.
You got luck.
Change it to a performance.
Just for doing that, you got to give it to him.
Come on. Come on.
How would you even performance try to persuade her to do that?
Right there.
No.
You could take the hammer, throw it into the sky.
Nobody can do what you're saying right now.
Go ahead and make a performance.
Please roll
And
like a
see.
2.
Come on, roll high.
Oh my god.
You have more luck.
That's a 24. Alright, I have to see this. Go ahead and
Breaks the seal.
Oh wait! Everyone, watch out! You didn't attune to it.
Look, make a dexterity
Oh
check.
my god!
Oh.
I just take the 2 shields that I picked up and go like this.
Just straight dexterity?
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay, so you catch it, but you can feel it like kind of fall a little bit. Like you like go to catch it, and it's like last second, like oh.
I took both the shields that I picked up and went like that.
All right, let's wait a couple minutes, and then. I'll let you
Yeah,
go
good
for it.
idea.
Well, in the meantime, is there anybody else interested in?
What else you got? I see these cool brooches.
Yeah, the brooches.
Anything that'll make me harder to hit?
Yeah, all
me.
sorts of stuff.
Me harder to hit. You're already hard.
You
to
have 2 shields.
They're not mine.
Yeah,
I
you
could
have-
run
Anything
with
to
them.
make me harder to hit is he's holding 2 shields.
I could run with them, but I know
2
it's never
shields
gonna pass.
full of metal.
just want the
It's
big
metal
metal
from head to
hamster
toe.
I want 2 shields. I want an amulet that makes me harder to hit.
Can you
I
plate
want-
my metal, please? So
Holy
this this amulet here, amulet of evasion. She kind of just takes it, sets it down. Dexterity. Let's see. I've also got this thing here. If it will come up.
Sometimes the identify spell gets a little buggy.
Yep. Takes a while.
Pendant of preservation, and then I have a brooch of bolstering. So the
What does the pendant do? The
pendant of preservation.
yeah,
Anytime that you are healed, you roll an additional d4 and heal that much extra.
that's kind of cool.
And then for the brooch, you gain 10 temporary hit points at the beginning of each day.
That's kind of cool too.
What is the evasion one?
The amulet has 3 charges, regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed on the throw instead. So it's essentially legendary resistances tailored to just dexterity.
That's kind of
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. What, do you have any, like, general protection items?
Yes, I do. This cloak here.
Yep. Oh, I need a new cloak.
This cloak, you get a +1 bonus to your AC while wearing it, and you have a +2 to your initiative modifier.
Ooh.
How much is that?
The cloak itself, I would part ways with it for like 1,750 gold.
That's just all of our gold at the
Little-
first
little
shop we
bit out of
walked
the
into.
range.
If you are hurting in the gold department, there is a rarities and perplexities place, Xanon. He buys just about anything. If you're hurting for gold,
Yeah.
he can go to him.
That's the only
There
way to
are
get
some
gold right
people
now.
here that will give you a little bit a better price for like weaponry and items and stuff as that. I don't really buy items off of people typically.
Yeah.
Although I do it, there are other people around here that will gladly just take magical items off people's hands for a good price.
I don't really have any magical items. I'll just wait with the hammer because I still think I want to get this.
Alright.
The shields. Can you tell me anything that these do?
I
Besides being
certainly can.
normal shield.
She picks up a shield. It's. I'll just show you.
I want to.
Nope, still not
Shaped like this.
It's cool. It's cool again.
This is a shield of quaking. She kind of like, as she's holding it, hands it to you, lets you like wield it. The shield has 3 charges. As an action, you may select a target within 30 feet that is the same size as you. Expend a charge and you create a massive shockwave designated at that target. It is immediately knocked down by the shockwave. And it doesn't require achievement.
Try to knock me down.
We're about to get fucking.
We're
gonna get arrested.
We're gonna
okay?
get
Okay.
kicked out of here.
Go behind the half circle.
Go behind the
Go
house
behind my
circle.
stuff.
Go behind,
Go
my
behind
half
your stuff.
circle.
You ready?
I use a charge.
You hold it up and it instantly just floors you. No save.
I like it. It's nice.
I
Are you
don't,
all right?
I don't know if that'll work on creatures bigger than me, but
No.
that was strong.
Yeah. What about? I turn to her. What about smaller?
Smaller creatures, if
Yeah.
it was done, it would do the same thing.
He just fucking starts. Boom! Boom! Just takes out our whole team.
I put it on the table.
Kid running down the street.
That's very,
He just goes
very,
fucking
very
crazy.
interesting. But I'm looking for something more tailored to protection.
Okay, protection. I have
Kinda
shields
want
that
that.
are more on the protection.
I'd like to.
Yeah, certainly. She picks
I
up
could get a
a
shield.
tower shield and kind of hands it to you.
Ooh, I've used
So
one of these.
the second you feel it,
Yeah.
you just feel like you're
I'll get a shield.
able to just have more of a range of motion of like protection and blocking. So instead of a +2 AC, it gives you +3.
How much is this?
That shield there, I'd probably part with it 1,800 gold.
We're gonna have to start robbing people. I think
Yep.
that's the
Honestly.
solution.
Are you willing to purchase this or not? Do we not have enough?
I mean, we can. We're gonna be pretty broke afterwards.
It's not like
What if
gold
we
is
get
a
your
commodity.
bladed shield from Harker and then get that enchanted?
Oh
I
yeah,
like that better.
that might be cheaper
It
too.
probably is.
Can we
I
put on
need
the
two of them
on
to be
the
effective with it.
like
A shield
thing
that's
to do
small
list?
is
Just like get money.
not as effective as one. this big.
Collect
collect
income.
Yeah.
The enchantment placed on that shield requires a lot of surface area for all of the rooms to fit on it, so typically only tower shields have that advanced protection room on it. Something smaller wouldn't be able to.
Right. No. I won't take it. I'll
Alright.
just slide it off and set it down. He's got a point on that. Do you enchant things? How much is a normal
Depends on what it is. Runs anywhere from 20 gold to
buckle?
5,000 gold. Depends on what you want enchanted on it.
What can
Protection.
you enchant
Oh,
for
you did
20 gold?
Hmm?
You said the lowest is 20 gold. What's a 20 gold enchantment?
Like something like silly, like it shoots a little spark or something. Or it like
That's not silly. That's intimidating.
candles like burn a little brighter. And
Like, can you make it so when I jump and I like click my feet, like it should spark?
like
Sparkles.
just enchant the boots to create the spark when they click together.
I put 20 gold on the table. Please do it.
Taste boots?
Yes. Take your boots off.
It's very quick too. I can do it very quick.
Oh, perfect.
Takes it.
I
should
just
be
I
enough
need to
time
see
for
this.
She goes
I
into
am
this
broke.
small cart on the
I
side.
needed that.
She goes into this small cart on the side. You can see that there are. It's kind of like a toolbox. There's just a bunch of like drawers to it. She pulls a drawer, grabs some like purple powder, throws it at it, and then like swings her hand. And instead of it just kind of like falling, it sits and then clings to the sides, and then fades into the boot.
You go test them out now.
I jump and click heels.
Yeah, you jump, click.
Hey.
It's like a little white spark.
Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore.
What's Kansas?
I know a friend named Kansas.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not in her.
Although I'm sure her name might be Candace, but I just say it wrong.
It's true. Or not.
Some names are hard to say.
I think it's been enough time.
Oh yeah, certainly. Just throw it in the air again. You take it and instead of it like head over handle, it goes into a straight line, and then you watch as it goes forward, kind of reaches that 30-foot, and then you're like looking up, and there's just like an instant flash, and then you instinctually just like close your hand, and the hammer's there.
That's pretty fascinating.
Alright.
Now we just need an electric enchantment, and we're there. I think actually he could. Can you do an electric enchantment on it?
What?
Throw
Like
some
one of
thunder
your
on
like
it.
enhancements.
The only thing
Throw
about
some
it
thunder.
before
Yeah.
you buy it.
If he says he can't enhance it,
When attempting to hit a creature with his hammer, the creature gains no bonus to AC for having half cover.
My
The hammer can be thrown 30 feet in a straight line. Once the hammer hits something, it flashes in bright white light and appears back in the hand you threw it from. You treat the attack as a ranged weapon attack and add your proficiency to hit if you are proficient with warhammers. I don't know if it says it for enchantments or not, if it can only be melee weapons, but I do know, like, with your extra attacks, those can only be melee weapons.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can enchant ranged weapon attacks, but if you can, go for it. But
I
I do
don't
know
know.
that like that extra attack can only be melee weapon.
Become an arcane ranger.
You may.
Arcane.
Yeah, it says melee weapons for the enhancements.
that was lit, but
Still
he's
cool.
got to crush all of our dreams. Haha.
Yeah, really destroyed.
Not like I'm crushing dreams. I'm just making sure.
You did make
Crushing
the character
dreams.
to crush our dreams.
That's fine. I think I'm still gonna get it.
Huh?
What
I
character
think I
is
might
it?
still get
The
it.
shaman.
Yeah, true.
He was like, I'm gonna give him a hammer at one point that is a ranged attack, and I'm gonna make it so only melee things can be enchanted. No Thor hammer for you. Got him.
Well, he can still be Thor, but he just can't throw an electric
So
hammer.
what about like the enhance and the strength, for example?
gonna say.
Is that something that happens
That would be
to the
insane
weapon?
that you
Because
just
the way
did.
it's described, it seems like something that happens to me.
Did you break the
Enhancement of
DM?
strength?
Yeah, which is an audible thud imbues you with earthen strength. Your muscles pulsate with power and might of the earth. On a hit, deal an additional damage die equal to your weapon's damage as bludgeoning damage. Any creature hit by an attack with a weapon imbued with this. Okay, so at first it says me, then it says weapon.
Okay, not consistent with
So I
your
don't-
fucking
I don't know
things
how
there,
you wanna
bud.
deal with that.
Okay,
Oh my god.
I guess it would just be
He's
a
gonna
normal
kill you.
enhancement.
I think that enhancement got removed anyways.
Did it? Oh,
Yeah.
this is really old. I always forget to print out the new one.
Never mind, bud.
Yeah, because there's a new
It's just
enhancement
so
on there,
tenfold.
the windstorm enhancement.
That doesn't really help the hammer.
Which can be cast on only Thor's hammer, and you have it now.
Hey.
Mjolnir would be the name. Got a
You
native
can't,
Mjolnir.
you can't have.
Yeah, that's too much of a copyright.
Copyright.
I've heard.
How is it
You
copyright?
can make it like Mjolnir.
I don't think
How is it
Marvel
copyright?
can copyright Mjolnir because it was
It's
something that
an
existed
ancient
before.
Norse.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
It's
oh,
a-
that makes sense.
mythos.
It's so funny to say it's copyrighted though.
Okay, let's see here.
Fucking.
It's not
The
like
gods
we're gonna,
need to
It's
copyright
not like
Marvel.
we're actually
Frick
gonna
off.
get.
You can't stop us.
We're naming it Mjolnir. My character's named
Sponsored
Thor.
by Mjolnir.
Okay, so I kind of feel like there's a loophole with this because it says you can enhance melee weapons. Essentially, it is a melee weapon, but then when you throw it, it just counts as a ranged.
You don't have to change it if you
I'm
want.
not.
Okay.
But I'm
It's
just
up to you.
saying, like you can enhance it as
Really,
a
the
melee
only one I
weapon.
want to use is the
He just wants him
thunder
to spend
one, so-
3,000.
Which that one actually is kind of OP
The
to
stun-
apply to it.
the
Then I
range
can
stun
range
attack.
stun people.
But the only thing with it is that you can't like throw
Okay.
it for your extra attacks, obviously because
Okay, yeah, I do see. So I could use, well, right.
His extra.
so I mean you can
his
literally
class
you can do,
extra
like,
attack
yeah,
thing
so you
is
can
that
do-
that's only for melees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because it's like a combat.
So I would
specialist.
just get the one
That
attack.
seems
So you can
unfair to be able
so you
to
can throw
enchant
the
thing.
Yeah.
the first one, and then all the extra attacks could be melee. But
Okay.
you can't
Could
like
I-
throw.
Right. No, yeah, that's logical. What about like
You all stunned.
I don't know. We would probably have to
Ricochet
discuss
off
it,
all
but
of them.
like expending additional spell slots to allow it to be thrown,
Hey.
like bump it up by one level
Okay.
for each one that's
Ooh.
used,
Or
to-
reduce the time it's.
That could be it too. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to like rework parts of the class to make that work. Because then you could put it on the because it's a melee weapon, but the attack
Seems
just
like
counts
he's
as
got
a
work to
ranged
do.
weapon attack for purposes of, whatever it would be.
Okay.
So I'm saying you could enhance it. You just
Gotcha.
the only thing is like I said, the extra attacks you can't make them ranged; they have to be melee.
Makes sense.
Use it as a. I'm running forward. I
Don't
whip
make
it, and then
sense.
by the
It
time I'm
makes
in melee
dollars.
range, it's back.
Ooh, that's smart as fuck.
I know.
Yeah. You just throw it, get your hand back,
Meet
catch
it
it.
halfway, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right.
Well, you throw it, catch it, smack
How
him,
much
smack
did you
him.
say that it was?
2,000.
1,000.
She said she would normally sell it for 3, but she would do it for you for 2.
Oh, that's a good deal. I don't want to haggle on this one.
And she lets you test it.
I like the feel of this, guys. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
He looks like a hammer.
I mean, you'll have an extra one, so we could just recoup some of the costs.
It's true. I can always just sell one of my old ones. Actually, I think I gave one away. Because I had 2, then I got a better one. Then I gave one to... What was his name? Matthias, I think. I think I left it in his plant shop.
Yeah,
So I just have the 2. Then I do have
but then you'll have a third, and you
Yeah.
have another extra one.
Yeah.
You have a lot of hammers.
I know. It's a problem.
Do you write like an M in them so we can always like know which hammer's
I'm
yours?
pretty sure we would
See it
know
in, like,
that if
15
it's,
Anybody
years,
else
so
use
like-
hammers?
if it's I was about to say if it's a hammer,
Carpenters.
it's probably.
I'm just saying like
I don't know if they
15
use
years
war
down the road,
hammers, though.
there's just a dude walking around with a hammer and it's got an M on it. We're like,
Beat his ass.
that's Moldrek's hammer.
I'll throw my new hammer at him.
Give me my hammer.
I'll take it.
Alright, very good. Yay. Okay.
Yay.
You want me to put it in a box for you, or you just... No? Okay. I'll take the gold, and we can call it a deal. Perfect. Alright, very well.
Yep,
Thank
that
you.
should be all.
Alright, very good. And I'll actually just send you an image in Discord of the
Sick.
hammer itself.
How many magical items do you guys have?
Yeah, I have to give one up now. I could probably
90.
sell my
Nice.
my poison amulet.
I
Got
don't have
one.
a full like.
And it does
Whole thing.
require 2,
Yep.
obviously, because...
You have 3?
And you're attuned to it now, though.
Had
I
to
have
wait.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still attuned.
You may have 3 now because your boots.
No,
You can
no,
print
there's
that
just-
up.
they're a
It's enchanted
magical
item,
item,
dude.
but they're not.
It's enchanted
attuned.
item.
I definitely will.
Not all enchanted items are attunement.
I
require
would have
attunement.
printed all of this stuff, but I'm like,
It's so
really,
cool
like,
looking. Where do you
it's
get the
all
pictures?
It's like this
I have what?
app.
My
Magwa's
book-
Magic.
my bookshelf- or my bookshelf's
Magwa's
a
Magic
magical
Item
item.
Compendium.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can like save like spell items and shit in here, and then you can like click it and
What's it called?
Magwa's item or
that-
Magwa's
is that
Magic
online
Item
or is that
Compendium.
a
It's an app.
It's right at the bottom.
It's
of the
pretty cool.
page.
Fancy, fancy.
Shout out to Mag. Not a sponsor, but it's really cool.
Okay. Do you know if anybody around here sells normal, non-magical weaponry?
Typically, yes, but it's very rare that they come here to sell the
Oh.
items.
Okay. Anybody
Where would
in
they
the
be?
shops? No. Okay. Well, it's worth a try. You don't have any like extra plain shields?
I might if you want to buy some off me.
Just one.
Just one? Yeah, I could probably sell you one for like 10 gold.
Yeah, that works.
Does it matter what kind of shield it is?
Not something huge and heavy.
Okay.
Pretty agile fighter.
Okay. She like goes over and
Maybe like a round
Buckler.
shield.
goes behind the cart, comes back around, gets like a smaller kite shield. It's not like normal size. It's probably about that big.
I'll take it.
Gives it to you.
Here's the gold.
Thank you. If you're ever
Continue
back,
look.
my name is Valida.
Yeah.
Alita.
Thanks.
You should let me borrow that.
This one?
Yeah.
I kind of wanted it. That's why I bought it.
I
Do you have another one?
I can get another
my
one.
a lot of my spells require a shield.
Okay. One more. I'll give you more gold for it.
Okay.
Bigger,
Bigger.
a little bit.
I have an extra tower shield back there.
How much?
Probably did that one for like 20 gold, 25 gold.
That's fine. Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll take that one too.
Actually, will you mind come grabbing it? 'Cause it's
Yeah.
Oh,
kinda
yes,
big.
of course.
Yeah.
Go get
go
it.
back and
Use
Jeez.
it back.
Slide my hand into the thing.
You grab it, pick it up. The banding on the outside's a little dented. There's
Adds
a
character.
there's a good number of like holes on the front of it that look like arrow
We can-
puncture
we can
marks.
get rid of those.
But it nonetheless is like pretty sturdy.
Solid
The
tower
wood
shield.
though seems like after maybe 10 or so solid hits to it, it might break or begin to
What if we just broke it?
not be in good shape.
He just punches it as hard as he can. Give me
Hits it
another
with
one.
his hammer
If
10
it were
times.
like, tended to and fixed a little bit, it would be
Huh.
in better shape.
Hey, Moldrek, would you mend this for me real quick?
The holes?
Yeah, make it stronger.
That might take
Not
a
right
little
now.
bit.
We
Oh,
can do
okay.
it later.
Right. I thought he was like
We're
a...
gonna get into
It's
a
not like
combat,
an
and it's gonna
instant
be
Yeah,
it's
like
all
see, that's what I
fixed.
thought it was.
Yeah, the shield itself's a good 4.5 feet tall.
Take
It's
a
probably
sword
by a
in
good
the
like.
hand,
Half my height, dude.
You could use it as
I
a
set it down
sled.
next to Eder.
For anybody trying to find Ender on the opposite sides, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Like no, I mean if you put the
It's
shield in front of
taller
him, like
than-
you
Oh.
can't see
He's
him.
gone.
He's gone. Where'd Ender go?
Call that one the disappearing Ender.
I pick him up with the shield.
No. Oh my god.
Surf
Cards to the face.
If he can hit me,
this
would
guy.
I have a shield now.
This
That
guy.
I have
This guy.
Oh
It's
wait,
Plus 13
Shield?
to hit, bud.
I'm back
I have a
up
plus 12. It's
to
actually not as good as it was, but
21,
I've also got increased AC.
and then let me
Can only
use
wield one
shield, and
hammer
then
right
that's
now,
26.
but my AC's
it's
the shield
it'd
plus
be
1 AC. or
difficult,
plus
but I
2?
don't miss.
Anything else you're
He
interested
normally rolls around 30.
Oh no, I think we're good. Anything you guys want? No, he
Can't
sounds
say none of this.
good.
Good.
You're good. Okay,
interests
we're good.
me.
Unless you
Thank
have
you.
like a deck of cards that does more
You have a
damage or
magical
something.
deck of cards.
I've got some like boxes, like deck holders that are magically enchanted, but other than that, no.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
What's that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Like it holds cards in its
Put a
neck.
deck of cards inside of it, and it has magical properties to it.
Yeah, but like, what are the magical properties to them?
They're all different.
Can I hear some of them?
Now you have his attention.
I walk over.
So I'll just show you. She walks over and grabs probably about
throwing cards in.
probably about
You have a fight.
5 or 6 of these like deck holders. Each one is probably, they're all about the same size.
Ooh, that'd be fire.
Couple of them seem a little like damaged, and she like pulls those ones out and sets them to the side. Those ones are not working properly. Enchantment went a little wrong on them, and they kind of self-imploded and snapped. But these two here are working very well. This one, she kind of sets forward, and the other one. So the cards themselves were originally enchanted for purposes of trying to help people cheat, I guess, at cards. So she
Makes sense.
sets it forward.
On your last
This
one.
one has strange properties to it.
I actually was really good at gambling on my last
Kind
character.
of takes that one, just
You
moves
were.
it back. This is
Kinda
more
fun.
for like
I think that was
gambling
our main
purposes. If you
influx of
like to purchase it,
gold.
What does it do?
you can make whatever card you pull out have whichever face upon it that you wish. The only thing with that though,
Cheating the system.
the only thing with that,
Hang on, there's a but.
You
Only
cheat
thing
the
with
fucking
that-
system.
is that you'll like it will lose the property of like when you throw the card, it won't go back into the thing. Because that's kind of what your deck, the holder that you have now does. Is everything's magically enchanted to appear back in the deck. The cards themselves are magical that have all the properties to them. So you could put them in this holder, they still have all their magical
Just have to
properties,
go get the card
but when you,
after.
I mean, it can, yeah, essentially. And that's,
Next one.
Cheat the system? Or
yeah, so that's more for gambling and things of that nature. This one, however, anytime you take a card and throw from it, it just kind of has this little trail of fire behind it. So it essentially gives you,
that was the fire.
let me pull up this.
It just looks faster when you throw it because it flames.
For some reason I have a bag for
Click my
the,
heels
the
and
deck
throw
of
it at the
cards.
same time. There's so many things going on. Nobody will have any idea what's going,
You'll
what
have
to do.
so much flair, enemy won't even know how to do it.
You deal an additional D8 of fire damage for each card you throw out.
These
That's
ones I have to go
nuts.
pick up.
Yeah, also.
You have a lot of health. You can run around and pick up.
I mean, you can do that after.
See, the thing
a fight,
is
too.
too, like,
You
I'd
got
want you
52
to,
hits.
I'd want you to keep track of what cards you throw, just in case when you make an investigation check you don't find them.
Oh, that's true.
You gotta buy multiple decks.
Just like 700 decks of cards.
yeah.
Different decks do different
Reach
I
things.
have
into the
2
bag,
at the
it's
current moment.
It's like a
Yeah.
box of.
And you know the box that Roman gave you will create magical card like decks. You know what I mean? Like
it
when you
makes them?
already did that. You took a deck of cards, like a plain deck of cards, and put them on the
Yeah.
inside.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it'll create magical decks.
There you go.
So you just
tell
buy
me that.
regular decks of
Yeah.
cards.
We can stock the bag with them just in case.
There's gonna be a lot of keeping track on your end.
Yeah.
52 card pickup, dude? Nope, 152
Right,
cards.
because
can-
you're
I mean,
I can
yours
just
right now.
play
are
it.
Literally,
machine.
you could always
I literally just go,
add more
that one's gone for now.
enchantments.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
If
just don't
it's
put it at the
diamond,
bottom.
so I
just
put it at the-
over.
If
Yeah,
you
just
wanted
throw it
to,
up to the
if
side.
you already have a small card holder for yourself that has an enchantment on it, I could just add one of these onto that. But that
makes
will
life
be
so much easier. You
be a
know?
little expensive, to say the least.
How expensive?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
expensive.
There's a very small
How expensive.
enchant.
Yeah.
Like not the enchantment isn't small, but the object I'm working with is. So the runes have to be very delicately placed, and I have to pull the runes that are already in there and transform. No, not transform, but make sure everything coincides very well, so I don't damage the enchantment that's already upon it. It could take a little bit of time. It'd probably be able to be done in a day or two, depending on which enchantment you choose. But I'd say I could do it for anywhere from 1750 to 2500.
This is. What's your current? Oh, it. His current one has they return, like a returning rune.
Would it be easier to add that to one of those?
Also, it is
It's
sort
probably
of
the
like
same
the enchantment I have upon the hammer. I'm already familiar with the enchantment, so it would be easier. It'd be easier for me to apply the enchantment I already have, or no. So if I take one of the
buy
decks
it
that you
then.
want, I'll apply the same enchantment you have upon that.
Do like
To
a
the new deck.
package deal on that?
I give you this one,
Oh.
you enchant another one with the enchantment on this.
It's like
Well, I wouldn't make it the same enchantment as that. I'd do the same one I have for
Or
the
that.
return.
That
Yeah.
works.
yeah. I could.
Do
So
you want
you
to look
could-
at this
you
this
could
one?
just-
Does the range go down because of
You
the
could just use that one
returning?
to make them magical, and then the other one will be your main damage one.
The range on that's just because of like the range that the hammer's able to be thrown.
Yeah. Just making sure it's not like a range on the rune itself. It's like 10 feet.
So I would say, if I may look at the deck,
Oh, look at the clip thing. There you go. Okay.
takes it. It's very nice though. Kind of opens it up. Hands you the deck.
Do they all disappear and go right back into it?
But there's all of this on the inside.
That's the C4.
But there's all this on the inside.
Oh! Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
I did put it in there.
There's
didn't I?
obsidian like lining on the inside. Like
Did I even melt it? I'm pretty sure you could just like turn it over and it all fall out.
Can I here?
Doesn't it got poison on it?
Yeah,
Takes it,
I've already used some water to
sets it on
scoop
the-
it up.
Probably like
Sets it on the table. Looks at
I
it.
can
This is a lot more intricate
I just eat
than. There's two enchantments upon this. One enchantment makes it returns, the other actually turns whatever is placed inside into a magical item, essentially, but it's tailored specifically to cards. Am I putting both enchantments upon the deck I already have, or would you like...
That one's probably going to be expensive.
Is this deck box the one that makes them magical? He doesn't have another one? I thought he had another one.
He
No,
bought a deck.
they make them magical and they return to the box.
Yes.
So he could just have the one that returns. Then any deck that he puts in the magic one, he can make magical. But then he could just use the other
So
one
he just
to
holds that on
set
to
him
make
on.
them magical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
fire.
That's his
return.
replenisher.
I think I just need the like return enchantment.
Okay. You want me to just put the return enchantment on the...
Yeah, how much would that be?
on which deck? The fire deck or the choose?
Oh, the fire deck.
Fire deck?
Everyone's-
Choose one.
I
dude.
do that. Just place the enchantment on it.
Wait, that's cheating.
Yeah, to choose one.
Ace of diamond.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, but I can only, it's only like
Expensive.
one.
That's the $5,000 enchantment he's talking about.
I'll
worth.
put the enchantment on it and sell you the deck. Are you... Wait. Sorry. You would like me to do what? You would like me to put the returning enchantment on the fire deck or the fire deck enchantment on the deck you already have?
Which one would be cheaper?
Probably putting a returning enchantment on the fire deck. Because this one has two enchantments on it, not just the one, so it'd be even more intricate work. It may take even more time.
Okay, so the second option?
Returning enchantment on the fire deck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You guys are very nice. I've appreciated your conversation. I'll do it for 1,800.
If you,
That's as much as a shield.
but you already have a shield.
I was just stating.
He's like, we could get some.
Clearly stating facts here.
What was that?
It was Mike.
Well, let's be honest here. What's cooler, the shield or that deck of cards?
Well, he already said that he had Harker making the shield.
He's making me
You
want.
have like 4 shields just around the world
Yeah.
right now.
You're gonna go collect one from 10 events. Isn't that one supposed to be like an ultimate shield?
Yes.
He's
So,
legit
like,
got like 8 shields just everywhere.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to spend money on a shield.
I could
now.
have the magical shield, and then I could have the bucket.
The other one's like the magical shield.
Yeah?
You have the Harker one and then the super cool one from 10 event. That's what I'm saying. We just get the Harker one enchanted. It'd be cheaper.
Probably get it enchanted radiantly.
Okay. You
So-
want that name to?
Divine.
That would be nice.
Alright, we're gonna have to sell some stuff, but we can do it. Sell our house.
Our house, our ship, our crew, they're definitely
Yeah,
gone.
gone.
Do I have to sell my 3 homunculi?
Yep,
They're
Fuck.
definitely all
they're
out.
gone with the house.
You could probably get some more money for those on them.
Down below.
The homunculi. We just
Wait,
run a
nobody-
business.
Wait, nobody would
buy
know
them.
that they're in there though.
We need to buy those glasses
just
of
adding
see
onto the
invisibility from the guy in not Sayun.
True.
And then give
Wait,
him
I still got his
package.
card.
You'll also ignore half cover, but it doesn't really matter for you because you throw shit around corners anyway, so...
I'm already cheating.
Fucking cheater.
Okay. We'll take
Remember-
that too.
You remember what he said? He's like, whenever you think I should come to an area, you should use my card. What if I use that here?
Please do.
Or do we? Does he come to us? Or do we go to him?
I think he comes to us.
Please do it.
Who?
And then we can make him a businessman. Right?
He's got the
But we
card
get
from the
like
guy
profit
from
from
the
it,
same-
right?
That brings them to
Like 10%? Like we showed you this place, motherfucker.
And find his
I
feet.
don't think.
Or he already knows.
No, he doesn't know.
So you're definitely buying it?
Yes.
Isn't that illegal?
I'm gonna share the image with you on...
What?
Bringing someone from outside that has not gone through the gates
No.
and paid their $50 fee
No.
We'll just bring him to the front entrance.
and make him pay $50. 50 gold. It's a great idea.
Items. Who the fuck cares?
Alright, so go ahead and take the
Probably
1800
rolling.
out of your gold
Okay,
total.
we're not doing
I think that
completely
guy should be
terribly,
here.
but we need to make more money.
Well, you have the card.
Sent it to you on
I
Discord.
think
Jared.
he's got it.
Well, you have the card.
It was already a very brief description before, but now it's even.
Okay, let's stick to the
It's a little
list
longer
of
with the
stuff we
secondary
already
gem.
have to do.
You gotta add something to that list.
What?
What do they got? Fucking, I can't remember her name. The League coin.
What about them?
Gotta get rid of them.
To return the CRD.
Is it fucked up? I'll send you another one.
That's crazy, dude. You fucked up
That's
the
so
smallest word
crazy,
in that
dude.
sentence.
Yeah.
Is there anything else fucked up on it before I?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
We're just kidding.
Okay.
Well, it's too late because I'm sending you a second.
Fuck. Billy's gonna send me like 15 pictures of this thing until I stop fucking with him.
Spam.
I forgot I had this and all these items on here.
Then he's like, roll a d10. Okay, you're dead.
Roll a percentage die.
1 through 9, you're dead.
All the rest is how many
Ten,
times he
you're
spams your DMs the card.
That's it.
Anything else I can do for you?
I think that's pretty much it.
Just 1 second, sir. I'll be with you in a moment.
I attached the tower shield on my back.
Okay.
I'm fine.
1 second.
We're good.
Sir.
Thanks for the stuff.
Of course, if you're ever back, remember Valida is the name.
Yeah, you've got some good prices. We'll probably come back.
We'll lead a people to you.
I'll have the enchantment done for you tomorrow morning. Okay?
Yep.
Please, thank you for dodging that one. It's a good joke. It wasn't.
Try.
Don't encourage him.
I will. I'll encourage you. All right, we're gonna go.
I could always just get an enchantment on the
We
tower
don't really-
shield.
We don't really have money for more homunculi now.
How much money do we have left?
750 gold.
The 20
Oh.
apiece.
Would you want to buy this poison brooch thing?
Oh yeah, I have one too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
They
have one
protect
too.
you from poisons. They were
Hold
very.
it.
Why does everyone have
Set
shit?
down.
I have no idea
then-
even came in.
You've had.
I
You
probably
got
take
rid of
the
yours
hat
because it
off.
didn't work.
thought
You're
it- I
immune
thought
anyway.
It was just.
Big ass hat.
Pretty basic
Probably would have
enchantments.
kept it.
Okay,
Actual
okay, it saved me
never
from a
used to be
lot.
gave it to
naturally
somebody else.
enchanted
Oh,
After you
from
die.
like tribal magic, which is very
fucking
interesting.
guys give away my
Um,
shit. What is this, an estate
Buy
sale?
each one for like 200 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, got them for free. Drops a third one on the table.
That. Did she take my other die? No, she didn't. We're keeping.
She looked at it.
Just looked at it.
Yeah.
And she's like, she
Okay.
broke the runes and gave it back to you.
Well, we have 3 of them.
Take that.
600 gold.
Get the gold. Get it back.
Cool.
Well, we
Cool.
can buy one if we want.
I don't know. We don't.
Where's my?
The cleaning ones are 20 apiece. The cooking ones, I think, are 20 apiece. I didn't ask.
He's just
They're,
fucking
it's
making
like
shit
it's
up.
like 50 for
We
a
don't have
small
cards
like
for those. That's right.
troop of cooks
So
that's can feed like 2 people. Like they can make enough food for 2 people. So you'd have to buy like 4.
Five.
We have to buy a fucking army of
200
cooking.
By 5.
gold.
We have to feed.
I
our-
think we fill our
crew.
entire house with homunculi and
yeah.
have them
Oh,
just
yeah.
run the bitch.
the bitch.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
That's my religious talking.
Well, we don't have to buy them now. We can always just come back.
Yep.
They're still gonna be here.
Yep.
It is quite expensive to
Yes,
come
they
here
are.
all
So I
the time,
didn't
though.
say it, but the magisterium would have given you another coin.
Oh, he gave me it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he would have given you that coin.
I'm gonna buy a cool.
I wonder if there's people that come here and they don't have to pay. Like, what do
Probably
we
the
gotta
most-
do?
Probably the head top guy.
What do we have to do?
Maybe we have to like save
Be
the
a
city.
part of the arcane sect. That'd probably be something.
What?
What is a what?
Is that a horse moving around?
Arcane sect. Just a horse walking down the.
It's a flying horse, but it still makes the same
No, it's
noises.
just a reg-
this?
Yes, backside.
I see the Pegasus. Sneaky. No.
There's still like carts and stuff. Like people gotta move heavy shit around.
Right.
I'm just standing there holding my box.
Yeah, seen the Pegasus.
Yeah.
Seen the Pegasus. Big old snake head.
Snake head. It's got wings. Alright, I'm done here.
Oh,
As am I.
I don't have any more money. Well, we do now. We just sold that stuff. Do you
Yeah.
need anything, Connor?
Well, we should probably
maybe go see like a tailor or something. and
Okay.
Get some new robes.
Okay.
we should
Nothing
probably
too
keep,
expensive.
if we
Let's
could,
do it.
just like 400 gold or somewhere around there, so we can get back in here.
Yeah,
before we
that's
need
what
to.
Yeah.
we could definitely save a bit.
Okay. Just making sure.
I
didn't think
I like
about
the
that
idea
until
of going
now.
to a tailor, yeah.
It would have been 300.
So what do
350.
100, 200, 300.
I think Wraith is counted.
I throw my
Yeah, Wraith is counted.
knock myself out.
Looking for
Oh, a
a
dragon.
tailor.
Make an investigation check.
I want
Pseudo dragon right now.
Advantage. Because I have a point of exhaustion.
Oh wait.
Hey,
Alright, go ahead.
I may be able to get rid of that.
16.
Okay. Kind of looking around your surroundings, you see a kind of general goods store, but it's not looking at it actual general goods. It's more of arcane
General goods.
arcane general goods. Yes, like
Hey.
reagents required, and scrolls, things of that nature. You can see like in the window what appears to be a lot of materials and ingredients for things like that. A lot of like spell requirements stuff, like diamonds, the fucking forked twigs, just goofy shit that you need for spells,
Fucking
like
forked
pieces of
twigs.
thread, twine, all sorts of stuff,
Holy water?
pearls, just things along those lines.
Any holy water?
Hey, there could be. You're not sure. There's also a tailor. I didn't mean to say like that. I said hey. There's a tailor just to the right of that small little shop that's there. You can see from where you are, there's just these two kind of like porthole windows. And you can see nice robes that are just kind of not actually like hanging inside, they're just kind of like floating as if there was like somebody standing in them, just kind of presenting them, and then they're like slowly turning around.
Magical. Alright. Let's go over there.
Yep.
See what happens.
Let's do it.
Connor is pretty tired at this point. He's been walking for a little bit. His lack of sleep's kind of catching up with him.
You can feel your feet kind of aching a little bit, a little tired, but you are walking over to the tailor. Everybody walking with you, I'm guessing?
Possibly.
Yep, I'm following.
You make your way inside, and the individual you see across the way is a little strange. You kind of take two looks, appears humanoid, but does not appear to be human. It is this individual kind of sitting straight up. You good?
Up the camera though, so
Professional.
Oh well, it's good enough. It's good
Yeah, it's good enough. As long as it's not like super crooked.
Yeah.
But the individual across the way is in a kind of white vest, has a bow tie, has, like you can see, what appears to be like a suit jacket that's sitting on the back part of the chair he's sitting in, or it is sitting in. Looking towards you, the hair is kind of like, it looks like a toupee almost in a way, just kind of very fake, sitting to the side. Doesn't have any ears. You can see the mouth itself is just kind of sitting there, not very moving. The eyes are very welcoming. They're kind of gentle. There's like no nose. It's just kind of like just this like little two hole like slits. Yeah. Doesn't appear to be metallic. Almost appears like clay in a way. It's just sitting there. He's just kind of.
I immediately walk up. Is everyone else here with me?
Hello.
Well, you're
greetings.
with me, so.
Hello.
Yeah, you're walking.
Welcome to the Akanorian Tailor. I'm Arthur. How can I help you?
You see this?
Looking for
Yeah, it looks like a flesh
a new
version
new
of
set
you.
of robes.
You would like a
made
new
out
set
of
of robes?
clay.
Very well.
I know.
Would you like magical or mundane robes?
I take my
What
hood off.
sort of magical robes do you have?
The magical robes we have very small lesser properties enchanted to them.
Such as.
Such as, well, let me take you back here. And he kind of looks over to the side and turns around to the back part of the store is just kind of like this closet where all the robes are. He begins grabbing and taking robes and kind of bringing them down. So, let's see.
He's magically made.
So was I.
A little different than you.
Maybe.
You never know.
I,
It looks like me,
I-
just a different color. Are you racist?
I highly doubt he has a human soul in him.
Well, yeah,
He might.
you never know. Could still be sentient of some sort. Not a drone. But he seems more like a drone.
Well, he's definitely not from Neandros.
Oh, hell no.
No, he would have.
Hells no.
He would have melted.
Yeah.
You never know. There could have been more prototypes before me.
It's true.
I say prototypes as in tests with human souls and Warforged body. It was a lot that happened. I could go into detail, but not right now.
You don't have
We
to.
got the gist of it when we were there.
Yeah,
It's true. We learned a lot.
I totally remember that.
Yep. Very forgetful. Have you been teleporting around a lot?
Maybe.
Yeah, true. Turning into Malzerium.
Alright, so essentially, they're, for the most part, all pretty lesser type of enchantments. One can make you just, like, emit, like, light fog beneath the cloak, kind of for just a...
Oh no.
Aesthetic
Flashback.
We'll call you the
Uh,
Undertaker.
Remember
There's,
the light fog?
like a robe of bellowing, so you can just make it, like, poof up, like wind's pushing it.
You look like you're
The
hovering.
Batman.
That's for when I get my portrait done.
True.
Yeah, right.
Just floating above the ground.
One of them you can cause to emit bright light for 10 feet. There are some heavier enchantments for ones that are for resistances. So you can be resistant to like pretty much any type of damage that you choose. You can also be resistant to 3 different conditions: charmed, frightened, and poisoned. And then there are also lesser enchantments for every skill. So essentially, if you get it enchanted, you just roll an additional d4 and then add that value.
Skips fast.
So for all of the skill enchantment ones, it is let me see, 850 for robes of that. The resistance are 1,000, and then all the smaller effects are like 300.
Skip's absolutely fascinated on how this guy's
Probably
alive.
swing the resistance one if you want. We're gonna be broke, but I do have stuff we can sell.
I do have the diamond that you gave me.
It's true.
Hmm.
My hood would be down.
Up to you. You can probably get any of them.
I'll just get a well, for like a lesser thing. Is there one that I could just get that would like how can I explain it? So for like traveling and stuff like that, having a robe on isn't always good. So like maybe turn the robe into another set of
I thought you
clothes.
said having a robot.
Oh,
I was a loser of
certainly.
shit.
I can fetch something up right now. Just kind of walks
And-
over,
For a second,
Starts
I thought you
going
said
through
having
the
a robot
rack,
traveling. I was like,
grabs
oh,
one,
dude, come
brings
on.
it over to you. There you go. Go ahead and
It's
try
like
those on.
Clay Warforged looking thing.
There's like 3 or so small curtains that are over to the side that you kind of walk behind. This robe is this kind of deeper blue color. It has very, very faint like trim to it. There's a little bit of a shine. It's very nice. Kind of go back there, put it on. It fits well. You kind of put your arms out. It seems like it's a little short on the sleeves, but it's not bad.
He's a tailor.
Then you just kind of think to yourself for it to change. The sleeves kind of roll up to just like some sort of tunic. The bottom part of the robe kind of curls around your leg to form some form of like leather pants, and then a belt where the kind of sash was forms. So you're just kind of wearing like a white tunic with normal, like deep brown leather pants.
Kind of like this. How much?
For those are also kind of smaller enchantment, so 300 gold.
Alright. We'll take them.
Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate your business.
You don't do any leather working, do you?
I do not.
You know anyone in the city who does?
I do not.
You know somebody who might know?
Not within the city. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There are several markets and vendors in the market itself,
Yeah.
so.
Oh well.
Well.
Good to go.
Yep.
It's a snazzy get up.
Thanks.
Totally
A little
inconspicuous.
less restrictive.
Yeah. Just look like a normal guy now.
I didn't look normal before.
You were like wearing wizard's robes.
Oh.
Look like a wizard.
Is this like just like instant it'll change?
It's like this kind of, not slow, but it doesn't like blink and change. You watch the threads actually like meld into something else. Probably takes like 10 seconds
I'll just change it back.
to the robe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Takes back to the robe.
Is that better?
Can you change the color?
I don't think so.
Alright.
Not unless you got like some dyes or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you just think that you're wearing like a different colored robe, it'll turn into a different colored robe.
I don't
Close
think
your
we
eyes
paid
and
for that
breathe.
kind of enchantment.
We didn't? Fuck. I feel like we did, but alright.
Maybe.
Rip the rainbow
It's
robe.
like, give me a suit.
Yeah.
I just got a bow tie.
There you go.
Dude, I didn't buy every outfit you could possibly find.
There you go.
I mean, this
We did last
already gives me
campaign.
two outfits, and I'm fine with that. So
Alright, well,
it'll be a lot better if we're traveling on the ship too.
that's true. That's true. Definitely less restrictive in
Does
the
it-
water.
Does that mirror that you have, does it have like a limited number of uses or something?
Just once per day. Wanna go again?
I actually want to look for like Roman.
Okay.
The guy told me.
Anybody,
card
and you
thing.
can look for anybody with it. That's fine. I've used it as much as I need to for now, so. Go ahead.
Think about Roman.
Alright. The sounds of around you are still there. The only thing that changes is what you see within the mirror. It goes from your reflection to this rigid kind of shape where it looks like a wave of glass hits over the mirror, and then it goes to what appears to be a small tavern. Kind of deserty, possibly. You can see him holding cards in his hand. He's got one hand like back as he's holding the cards. Smoke kind of fills the air. He looks at him. You can see him looking across at somebody, but don't know who it is. This kind of hat in front of his eyes, the kind of long jacket that he has on. Watch him kind of grin. Set the cards up. Slide money over to him.
We need to find this guy. This is where we make money.
You said that thing works on anyone that's living?
I think so. Any person, yep. Friendly creature. Oh, well, if they're friendly, you can check them out. No, resistance to it. But yeah, once per day. Pretty useful.
I'll keep that
There
in
you go.
mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's there if anybody needs it. Unless I need it that day, but probably won't for now. Well, head back into the market, go back to the tavern. It's up to you guys. Got some new stuff.
What we got?
What do we do for a couple days?
Yeah.
She said she'll have it for tomorrow.
Or tomorrow?
Unless you want to stay here for a couple more days. I'm fine
Well,
with that too.
we could go back to the tavern and mend this shield
That's true, I can do that, or Connor
Yeah.
can do that.
so it doesn't break.
Oh yeah, they're like.
Let's look.
Are we waiting for him to come tell us that?
Oh yeah, that guy. Didn't you say he would contact us?
Oh, he he didn't give me a time
Okay,
frame.
so it could be like a year.
Maybe
from
they're
now.
waiting
Like,
on.
I mean, he gave me a coin, so
We can
I'm
leave
probably not soon.
This time? Okay. Gotcha.
I think he would probably say, a couple days or something like that. Not here's a here's a
Right.
coin.
Come
Maybe
back
he's
when
waiting for us to go near them on our own accord. Go up there.
Go where?
I don't
Wherever the
think
hell
so.
he is.
People like they,
No, I
they
don't
usually
think we should.
summon you.
Yeah. It's not really like a barge in.
Show
and
up
say,
when you want.
Yeah.
But okay, we can walk and head back to the shops. You look
Well,
kind of tired.
Figuring out a way to make some more money would be
Yeah,
great.
That would be good.
We should start selling Anda. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Can I sell your body?
Thank you.
I think I know somebody that does that here.
That's not someone you should know.
Well, I don't know any ways to make
Let's
money.
go to one of the
I never really
brothels.
needed to make money before.
Well,
Get the job.
That
That's the only thing I really know. Try and
that enchanter. She had a good idea.
go up to
What?
one of the random vendors.
Getting
Okay.
swords that they're throwing out, fixing them, and then selling them on the side.
do we know where they just throw those out?
No
I'd
clue.
imagine it's in Brimshire. Near the
That's a big
Yolga.
place.
It's a huge.
Probably near Yolga then.
Again, huge place.
Huge.
Gigantic
I
city.
go to one of the random.
They
Huge.
fly griffins in the caves.
Don't care who it is.
Huge.
Okay.
Huge.
Just up to an elderly man who
Huge.
seems to be selling like vegetables.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Would you know of anyone that needed any help around here? With anything and is willing to pay?
Possibly. Sometimes people need goods moved, but it's not much of a pay.
Well, would you put the word out that the keepers of Zaxria are looking for work?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. And just walk away.
Now we look broke.
They don't know that's who I am. I just said the
Tarnishing our-
keepers do. I didn't say I am.
Yeah, we're broke as a collective now.
Yeah.
We are kind of broke.
Yeah.
We may be broke, but we will fucking kill you.
Oh,
Do you
not
still
kill-
Don't kill
do we
people
still
like
have an
that.
emerald, or did you sell that?
No, that we had to sell that.
Watch what happens.
We needed that for potions.
Watch how fast you get that thunderous divine smite, dude.
Better hope it's a crit, because
Liquefied.
I'm taking you down.
I'm pretty sure with a crit like that, I could kill you in one hit, you in one hit. I don't know about anyone else.
I think I could eat one.
No, we calculated it. One of my level 3 hits, it's like 124 damage.
Max?
Yes.
Well, that's
max.
That's
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I'm saying if I roll max, I can one-shot you.
So good to you.
I could probably one-shot you with a max roll of one of
Probably, alright? You know what, Mr. 8d10? Fuck you.
Hey, he's got more than that now.
Sounds like we're gonna have to have
I agree.
Royale.
Let's,
I don't know about the battle royale.
I'm down,
you know,
dude.
I'll
I'm
lose.
down whenever.
Like,
We could break out and fight right here in the middle of the street, dude.
I'm good.
how much HP you got? Yeah, I'm not killing Connor in one turn, so he's just gonna kill us all. I'm like the only one who's killing Connor.
I just have to get close.
Let's jump off the edge.
Unless you could do your little fucking away thing.
Yeah, I'm saying I
Yeah.
think
So what are you guys doing right now in the game?
I'm currently talking in the middle of the street.
About how we
Going
can kill each
back
other?
to the
Yeah.
tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, I might actually be able to do it now with the fucking added damage.
Oh yeah, you're increased.
Kill, do who? Him?
Never mind. He can't be hit. I forgot. He's got a bunch of
Sorcerer's
shit.
pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, because the last time I fought Jared Sorcerer, he just kept fearing me away from him and fireballing me.
God,
It was the stupidest thing ever.
I'm not trying to fight him.
Telling you, I 1v1 that Viking guy that you and I can't remember who else fought him.
It's because you just kept
Well, I
fearing him.
feared him and then beat his ass.
If you didn't have fear, you'd be dead. You would have died.
Understand?
Alrighty. But making your way back to the tavern, you're able to go to your rooms or out in the tavern itself, whatever you wish to do. It's up to you.
You gonna mend his shield or whatever?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll take the time to mend
Set
Skip's
it
shield.
on the table.
She didn't know mending sounds
Similar
eerily
to a
similar to a
microwave.
lightsaber.
You are able to mend it though. The metal on the outside that's a little bent, like the banding on the outside of the shield, is still a little bent in some places. It just seems like the mending isn't fully doing what it needs to do, but it is functional enough. It's not gonna like shatter in
Why is
pieces.
he hitting it with a hammer?
Or
He's just mending it.
I just feel it and get a feel for a longer shield.
You do find yourself like hitting the bottom of it quite often, whether it be like on the ground or something close by.
I just put it in my bag.
Even doing that, you find
Put a fucking hole through the ceiling. Oh shit.
well, the ceiling's super tall in here, but like just
Okay.
being mindful, like even in front of you, like going to put it up, there's still like 3 feet that way, so anything too close, like you tap the
Domino
table and
effect
you're
someone.
like starting to try to get used to it.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah. I'll get used. I don't. Ding ding.
Oh.
I'm just gonna wait then.
I think
Till
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
go
I
take
just set
a
my
nap.
box on the table.
I'm gonna take a nap in real life.
Okay. Well, we can take a nap. I'm gonna get some food and I'll probably just hang out.
Put a little piece of bread through the hole. A couple of them. 3 little
He's
pieces.
making them fight over it.
I put 3 pieces.
There's
You're
one in there that's eating
hearing
all
move
of it
around a
though.
little bit.
You're used to
then
eating
they
a
get quiet
fuck
again.
ton of dirt. Starving them.
That's fucked. And when they get home, they just fucking zoom around and clean everything.
Are they gonna eat the plants?
Probably not.
Right. The day kind of goes on, quiet. You all do your own thing, reading, sleeping, looking around, enjoying what the city has to offer. Find rest, wake up the next day. You're able to go and procure your new deck of cards. The deck itself, like the container for it, it's kind of like this leather bound box that has kind of embroidered in the side like these little flames that are kind of going up to it. Has the returning enchantment on it as well. And you have that new deck.
You wanna trade blows? We'll stand far away and we'll both throw.
I'd like to see that.
Can we do that here? I thought it
I
was
don't
like
think so.
frowned upon.
But when we leave,
Yeah,
let's do it.
that sounds fun.
It's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt.
That's
Really
why I'm
bad.
That's why I'm here. I can heal.
Yeah. See, we're fine.
Right. So, what do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
Unless you
Is
die.
there, when we go to the market to pick up the stuff, I'm gonna ask Vlada, do you know of a leather worker in this market somewhere?
On occasion, somebody will come through. That is a little worker, but
Is there anyone here now?
not that I know of. I've only been here for the 2 days, so.
We just go to Ezron, guys. We go see if there's a portal. I'm gonna go see if there's a portal. We don't have to like leave. We can just go check out the portals.
I guess we could go
Do
look
we
at
have-
the Marble Gateway.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to do here anymore?
No.
We're just kind of
Not at the
wasting
Hanging
it.
out?
Yeah, we can
Oh.
go.
Maybe
go look at all the
you should
I
let
ask her.
Tobias know your
Clay
answer,
fellow
Oh yeah.
down the way.
just so he's not like,
You have any
where
idea
did
what
they
that is?
go?
We can stop over there, yeah. Okay. We'll stop and see Tobias, let him know that we're not going now. And then we will go check out the Marble Gateway.
The clay individual, that's Arthur. He is a creation of the Magisterium. Every one of the shops around here, he's within them. He's just a vendor. His purpose.
That's what we use. Interesting.
I just had to
Just open our own
ask.
shop, get one of those.
Eerily similar, if you can tell.
It is okay.
Get a bunch of monkey to run a shop. They don't need money.
I'll give you a trigger.
Alright. So first we're gonna head to the... I don't know what it's
The
called.
hall.
We have to
The
teach
hall.
common.
I didn't know if it was a library
Hall
or
of Gillian.
A.
Okay.
B.
You are able to
C.
make your way in.
look for...
Kind of looking around, you can see Tobias kind of up
They have
above.
teacher homunculi.
Sees you
the
in.
other younger-
One moment, I'll be back. He kind of scurries over to the door, makes his way down the stairs. Everything all right?
Yeah, so we're gonna hold off on the World of Air for now. Just
Fine.
wanted to let you know.
Thank you. Would have been getting things together anyway, so I'm glad you let me know.
We may be leaving.
Possibly.
Yeah, we might be leaving. So
Well, when you come back again, be sure to say hi.
Oh,
It's always a pleasure.
Do you guys have a gateway to Azeron?
yeah, we could just ask him.
Yeah, he'd probably know.
Is it wrong?
Unfortunately, no.
Anywhere around
You
there?
know how to get there.
Like an island?
No, they're
What the fuck?
I tell you,
very
I
isolated.
don't like
They-
people.
We had one before. If you look in the gateway, there's a cracked runic symbol on the wall within there.
I guess the old mending won't work, eh?
No.
I was about to say it's cracked, so you could probably still.
That was
trace it.
closed by the Magisterium specifically. Dragonborn, a couple of the members of their council would come here time to time and seek things out, but they kind of adapted their own way of living and didn't really like access to their city. And it's freely moving around in the ocean, so it's hard to pinpoint where it is.
Could you make?
So it's like this, but in water.
In a way. I don't know if there's any pattern to it. So.
Could you make like
That's
one of
funky.
those gateways directly to our house?
No.
We are.
There's magic set.
I'd say maybe after you complete the task the Magisterium has,
What task?
So it is a task.
maybe
Figured it out.
Okay.
that could
The
be
apprentice.
something that could be brought up, but as of now I'm going to say probably not.
Figured it was worth a shot.
If you ever do need any sort of teleportation made for you, though, in Zaxria, we have Asim. He's very
Okay.
gifted in that
Probably
realm.
at the keep.
Maybe you could learn some stuff from him.
Possibly.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
The Magisterium said that he still has some things to do before.
Yes, when the time's right, he'll probably send me to Zaxria to find you, and
Okay.
Okay.
I'll bring you back.
I don't know. That
Okay,
kind
so-
of fucked up our plans.
I was gonna say, so Azeron's off the table. What's the idea now?
Is there a portal to the keep? Or no?
There's
Probably
one to Ophelia
close.
Where is it?
in the Lyceum.
Oh, we could just
Perfect.
go right there.
Well, that's quite good, actually.
Our plans have changed, but they're still okay.
Maybe there's one that'll get us closer to your brother, though, too.
Isn't
Yeah,
he on
but
a
that
boat?
thing's like always
We don't-
moving, right?
Yeah.
So we don't really know where.
Yeah, but
Is your
it
brother
might
on
tell us
Azeron?
where he's at currently.
Or is he on a boat?
Hmm?
Is your brother on Azeron or on a boat? Do you know?
He's not on Ezra.
He's on
He-
boat.
On a
He's
boat.
on a boat? Okay.
Do you know who the captain of this ship is?
Captain Nightshade.
That's...
Dun dun dun.
That is a very ominous name.
He's a
Okay, well-
scary guy.
Is he?
We can always.
I
we
bet
can
he's
go
not
to
as
the
scary as...
Lyceum and
keepers.
then. We can always-
Lyceum, and then we can go
He's
to
a pirate.
Tenveth.
Yep, Lyceum, Teneveth.
Home.
The League of Quinn is right there. Like right
Well, I
south.
would like to stop to keep before we go home. so I
Is
can
it
grab
time that we deal with
buck-
that?
Oh, if we're
we
gonna
didn't
go,
even write
if,
that down on
if
the
we're gonna
quest.
go home, we can just buy some homunculi.
Yeah,
Do we have enough for it?
I think we have
Well,
enough for a small
We
army.
have like 1,000 gold left.
Spend it all on
Yeah, I guess
cleaners.
we could do that.
I don't know how many cleaners we need, but
Probably like 10. Pudding.
We have a big house.
yeah, we do.
How many square feet
Can
is
we
our
get
house?
a square footage
We've-
from the?
I,
10 for the
I have already
basement,
done
dude?
the calculations.
I'd say to be safe, probably around 15 or 20.
Yeah, that's like 400.
Well, we have 3, so you only need to get 12.
Like, I don't think our house is 20,000 square feet.
Damn. Yeah, it's the 100 square feet per
A lot of space.
homunculi. I wouldn't be
Actually,
able to
it'd only
guess
be
how many
2,000.
square feet the house is.
Yeah, you'd probably be okay with just getting like 15 more.
15
Or
more?
15 total.
15, so get 12.
and then
How
just
much is
going with that, and they can roam or
The
whatever.
gods have suddenly told me a perfect number.
240.
12.
240?
40? Whoa, hold on.
240.
Yes,
Okay.
We're paying
yes.
I
how
wasn't
much?
listening. See?
Okay.
Thought you said get 40 homunculi.
We could do that.
Wouldn't
We
be able
could
to
get
walk.
12. Well, it's gonna
Maybe
be,
with getting more than 10, we might get a better offer.
it's true.
Maybe they'll throw in like a free combat homunculi.
Or a free cook.
Yeah, I'll take the cook.
To the group.
Group of cooks.
What are we going to name them?
Too,
There's 15 of them.
too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Homunculi 1, homunculi 2.
I've already forgotten.
I've already named my 3.
I can't even tell which one's from the
Yeah.
homunculi, so
I've already named
because they're
my
gone.
Larry, Mo, and Curly.
You fucking guessed it. That's their exact name.
Well, we don't know where to buy them, so either way.
I just hold the box above my head and start walking.
Skip brings you over to the vendor, though. You see
Trip
these
falls
I don't
three
know why, but I did.
long tables with
They
a
fall
stage
off
at
it.
the end. There are a few people that are at the top vending, handing boxes over in exchange for the gold.
Yep.
You get in line and
That's the person.
This is the price. You see, people are coming out with boxes. Quite simple.
That is, does look like the one that you have.
It is.
Hello, you sell homunculi?
yes, we do.
Okay.
There's a kind of younger male individual, kind of
Do
nice
you do like a
clothes.
package deal for certain amounts of homunculi?
We certainly do. Yes.
Okay, how many do I have to get minimum for that?
Well, it depends on which ones you're going for.
The cleaning ones.
Cleaning ones. So typically we sell them about 20 gold a piece for each one.
Yep.
So instead of the normal, if you were to buy 10 of them, it'd be 200.
Oh,
We can do 10 for 150.
oh,
I like that.
okay. Could we do the 10 for 150 and then get 2 more?
2 more would
For
be
the-
at the flat rate.
Yep, that's fair.
Yep, that's quite
I
fine.
hope you guys
Okay.
can carry boxes.
So 12.
All right.
Here's the.
Unless she just jams them all
Yep.
into one box.
Takes it. How would you like these to be? Would you like them delivered, or would you like them to be?
Oh, we can get them delivered?
Well, you
Given
can
to
get
you.
them
You can get them
delivered.
delivered. Why am I? Can I set my box up on it? Can
We
I
have
add
these.
these to that delivery?
Oh, yeah.
If you want them delivered, there's a fee,
Just the fee.
dependent upon wherever you are.
It's in affiliate.
Where exactly? in Philadelphia?
South of the key, north
North
of
of
the
the
west
key.
of the key.
What is the manor called?
East.
I know it's called East.
East Coast?
We never named
Uh,
the manor.
Did he
Uh,
say it
what
was
if
like
we
a little
just
bit under the
deliver them to
Berkshire?
So that's fine.
That works
yeah.
too.
We need to go
Are we
there
gonna have
anyways.
to go? Are we going to the keep though?
Yeah.
Yes, because I have to get my shield.
That'll work.
Holy,
Maybe
you
just
got,
put a note on
we
them.
legit are going
We gotta
everywhere.
Go to that
These
shield.
guys do not
We're also
open.
going to Teneveth for the other shield, right?
Yeah.
There's probably he's probably got a shield at the
I
Lyceum.
don't think that the Teneveth shield is going to be accessible. I just want to make sure and see what actually it does.
It's on the way.
We will send them to the keep. The address it will be delivered from will say the Lyceum, but
Okay.
you'll know it from us. We
Okay.
can't very well put Arcanori on it. So.
Just write Keepers of Zaxria on it.
Oh, very well. He quickly
Any,
kind of writes it on
any
here.
discounts for that?
Does he,
We already got a discount.
I'll have them sent there. All
For
15.
Yep.
You have all of them
15
for
Cool.
Very well.
Nice.
Alright.
All right.
Any other homunculi I can interest you in, or is that it for you?
No, not right now.
a single combat one. I'm kidding.
We don't have any more.
How strong are the combat ones?
Yeah, how strong are they?
If I step on it, is it gonna just...
They're useful in what they do. Depends on most of the time what they're actually used for.
What about like
They're
feeding
not
a dragon?
usually our typical buy for people. Usually,
What about like guarding a home?
depends on what it's guarding it from.
So if I have...
Yeah, I
Let's
don't know
say
if that
I
one's gonna
build a
work for
small
us.
legion of homunculi.
Alright?
Let's say 200 or so of them.
Oh my!
Could I siege a
God.
castle?
I mean, you can always siege a
Depends on the
castle.
castle.
Tiny, tiny pug-faced
Depends
men.
on the castle. We learned that in
I'm
school.
not very much of a strategist.
No
or
strategies, okay.
Combat
What was
individual.
the 190? Alright.
Yes.
Do they have some toughness to them?
Some of them are stronger than others. Some of them use small bow and arrow.
No.
Some have
definitely
sword and
just bumped my
shield.
mic a lot. Sorry.
Some have magical
How big is-
abilities.
It's big.
The
Jeez.
homunculi are probably about this large. A little
Hamsters.
smaller, a little smaller than a gnome. one that we sell the most, though, are the companion homunculi. They're just kind of like pets. They have their own personalities and
That's
things.
the thing.
Yes.
How much are those?
It depends on what you want. You can pretty much make them
Just want to chill, hang out.
I think he means like, what do you want it to look like?
Look like a little robot. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a
Like
robot.
me, like
What's
a
a
little me.
robot?
You can make a small
What is a
version.
robot?
Can I trade in 3 cleaning homunculi for it? I don't have any money.
I'm sorry, we do not do trade-ins.
How much do they cost?
It's 100 gold pieces for one of the companion homunculi.
That's quite a
Alright. Do you want one, Skip?
I do.
Okay. We'll take one.
Alright.
I
And
get a little meat.
you would like it to do, so you want it to look like you?
Just a companion, yeah, looks like me.
Does it speak? Not speak?
It can speak, that's cool too.
Does that cost extra?
Languages that it can know, you can pick one of the 5 that we have here. Common, Elvish, Dwarvish,
Common.
Gnomish, or Halfling.
Common.
Common.
No.
How's the only one
changes
talking
its
to
head.
The only one talking to it. Alright, we'll have it made, sent
Little
out.
Skip.
Would you like it to have a name?
Is it Little Skip or Skip Junior? You gotta
Skip
decide.
Junior.
right?
Junior. Skip Junior.
I have a son. He went
delivered
from
to the
3
same
coins
address.
to a
Yes.
fucking robot.
This one, however, will have to be. They require a little bit more. They're much like a pet. They need to eat. They require
Oh, yes, of course, he goes everywhere.
breathing, drinking, things of that.
Even to fight dragon. No, he won't fight dragon.
Don't talk to me or my son.
Don't talk to me about sleeping. This is great.
Could you
That's
teach
it.
the companion one to fight?
You could. They wouldn't be very good at it, but
If I gave him a tiny kitchen knife, he'd be able to.
Maybe you should.
I don't know if I can-
Maybe don't teach
I'm not going to teach him how to fight. I'm going to teach
the
him how to do
companions are
tricks.
more for emotional support and being there to.
I need a lot of
offer
emotional support.
companionship. You get a lot of elderly people who like to have the companion homunculi.
It's a little fin. A little Gorak.
the same size as Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be perfectly fine.
Alright, very well.
You can just be created.
We make another one of me?
Fuck is this?
Wait, that's genius. We make like 4 of them and then nobody will know what it
They
is.
think they're doppelgangers of you. You're harder
No,
to hit.
I'm Ander.
Yeah,
No,
and then they
I'm-
just tap them and they die.
True.
It worked for 1 combat.
Yeah.
1 round.
Hey.
They gotta hit like 4 of them if we got 4.
Yeah.
It's at least
1
2 rounds.
acid spray. Just
They're all melting.
Oh my god. Acid spray might melt me too. They might not even have to find out which one's which.
Alright.
What?
did I really just get a little me?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You got to take care of them.
I know.
We're not doing it for you.
Oh, it's not like a warforged. It doesn't have to eat. It has to eat shit.
The fucking homunculi shit in the house. Clean this up, Skip.
We got the cleaning ones, dude. Delete it.
Disgusting.
True though.
I don't have to clean shit because they'll eat it.
Maybe
Great.
we can just
They
shit
will
in the
clean
house.
it out.
I can't. Oh,
You better not.
wait a minute. That's a good point. Okay.
You want to throw your hammer?
Do we go to the portals now?
Yeah.
Sure, we can check out the ones that they do have.
Or
Just
there's
'cause we-
also the one back too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, but we should at least check out what they do have.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess as our Southbrook, Redwood, and Ophelia.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Ow! You're going to take someone's head off with that thing.
Sir, we've received multiple complaints.
Why is there a flying
Broken windows. Holes in walls.
As we're leaving. Okay, this is the list of stuff that you have to pay for.
Good
Broke
sir.
all this.
Alright, so where are you guys heading now?
Towards the marble gates.
Toward the mob gateway. Gotcha. Alright. Making your way over.
Wait,
You don't have to carry all those boxes.
Thank God.
The stuff being
Can't wait for my
delivered.
son.
You can see at this time, it's quite early, as you would have gotten up early to retrieve the box and all sorts of other things.
Why didn't we
Making
just
your way
take
to
the
the
box?
gateway, as I said before, it's like this obelisk that has a small lobby in a way. It's just this kind of open area with all of the arcane designations on the sides, like the portals, for you to go where you wish.
So you want
Let's start reading names.
to see what they are?
Yeah, I want to look around, see
Okay.
which ones.
So
Start
you have
reading names
the
on
one in
gates.
Azash is outside of the Land of Giants. That's like the only one that's really there. There is one in Nasai. it just
I
says
know about
Nasai. Doesn't really say where within the desert.
Okay.
You've got one. There is none in the Redwoods.
Yeah.
The Lyceum. That one is on there. You have one in the Rockwing Peninsula. The Rockwing Peninsula is that kind of upper right portion above the
That looks like a wing?
Brimshire Mountains. Yes, that kind of looks like a wing. Yes, but it that
Wingish?
area.
Thought it was a
And then
claw.
there is one in Southbrook.
Oh.
And then there's one.
Where in Southborough?
Don't know. There's another one.
Underneath the water.
That's what I was thinking, because it's ancient cities.
You do see the one for Ezron that has like the crack on it.
Suffocation. Brady.
I think that one of those cities are in the wrong spot in the old guard. But that's fine.
There's a fucking duck.
Somebody got a companion homunculi.
It's
That's
a
a duck.
magic duck. It's a duck that can speak draconic.
It's a goose that can lay golden eggs.
This thing.
We're making our
Yeah.
fortune, boys.
And there's one at Teneveth.
Oh,
Well,
Just
well, you guys could go to Lyceum. And I could go to Tenebeth.
it's true. That would be faster.
And then we could meet at the keep.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like
That's,
going the same way.
yes, that's true.
it's up to you if you want to split up. I mean, I don't plan on being at the Lyceum very long.
I don't plan on being at Tenebeth very long. I just need a couple things answered.
Can we all take different ones?
Yeah.
I don't think you'd want to go to any other one besides the ones
Throw
that I
in a
felt in.
random one.
Wait, isn't there one to the keep?
No,
Oh, there isn't one to the keep?
No.
No, they're not paying attention.
Nope.
no, you weren't.
Obviously not.
We were not.
I heard the Lyceum.
There's one in Ophelia,
Lyceum.
there is the
Ophelia.
one in
Tenebeth.
Tenebeth,
Thought-
and the Lyceum.
I just assumed there was one in the keep because he said he'd deliver them to the keep, but I guess...
Probably just go to the closest
No,
one.
those are
Yeah,
delivered
and
by
then
Dragon.
just-
He said it would come from the Lyceum.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, does anyone want to go to Tenebeth with me? Or do you just go to
It's unlucky.
Alright, I step through the Tenebeth door.
Okay. We'll see you at the keep, Skip.
Yep.
If you're not there in a week, we're gonna assume you're dead.
Yep.
Yeah, if they get there before you do, something wrong.
Again.
I'm already poofed. Gone. I'd imagine someone's just sitting there having their coffee or tea or something, and I just fucking poof out of nowhere.
I mean, there's probably in like some holy area that
The whole
the
place is holy area.
priestess knows.
Hey,
Oh shit! What was her name?
Kylaria?
Look at you. You're the even fucking religious one. You're the guy that's
You,
racking them off.
Memorable
Are you a
name.
follower of a?
Don't worry about it. Do you guys... I think I'm gonna go with Skip. Do you guys need anything out of the bag?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go then.
Okay. If you're not there in a week, we're gonna assume you're dead,
Logical.
or worse.
As expected, loot everything off my body.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Oh,
If you could find
you know
it.
what? Here. And you hang on to the mirror.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Alright, Noldrak and Skip make their way through the portal to Tenebeth.
I'm guessing it's in that big dome structure.
I'll show you where it is in a second.
Okay.
All right, let's go through this one.
Alright, you guys are going to the Lyceum?
Yeah.
So, we'll just say everybody but the two of them.
I think
Zar
Zar might want to go there too.
Yeah, Zar probably want to go to Tenebeth.
The big beefy dudes.
Well,
In the middle, dude.
Hey, what the fuck?
Don't get in any fights.
Yeah, I don't recommend it because you guys
Wait,
are
where's the-
annihilated
just fuck everyone.
Yeah.
He fucked people for
until they get up close to you.
They won't. I'm so tanky.
I will
He is.
actually
Are you?
message.
So tanky.
We don't have to know right now, but whatever one he decides he wants to go to is where.
He'll actually be.
He'll probably want to go there.
Didn't he have to go there for some reason?
I don't know. I don't think so.
His master's there though.
Not right now, but he is there.
Dude, it's been a while since I've been to Tenebeth.
So wherever they decide to go is where they'll go. It's not really going to affect.
We're still meeting
They
at the same
probably
place,
won't split up.
unless
I'm
we
just gonna talk
die
to
or
Zarbrex
worse.
for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What's worse than dying? Being banished.
And then we'll be at different places and the whole
Oh, yeah.
conversation
We'll
will
see.
be
Andrew
irrelevant.
and I go back to Nasayun.
They went to the wrong one.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
That's not a
Starbucks
bad
is going to
idea.
Tenebeth.
It's not a bad idea. Not a bad
We're not
idea.
going
It's
there.
not a bad
beefy
idea.
boys are going to the holy city.
I was scared. You kept saying it was a really bad idea. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's like,
not
not a bad idea. It's not a bad.
Brandon said, "Boy can't read. What's a library going to do for him?"
Oh boy.
Facts, facts.
There are facts in the library.
That he can't read.
Thanks.
There's a ton of facts at the.
I mean, I think there's a chance that they could split up, seeing as how
Are you telling
you
me?
guys kind of trust each other a lot more
Well,
now. But we'll
religion's
see
a
what he
fact.
says. If not, I'm
I've
sure
met
there's
my
no
god,
way.
so yeah, it is.
All right, so for sure,
Pretty factual.
the two of you and Zarbrax are going to Tenebeth, and then the two of you are going to the Lyceum.
Not soon.
No, we are not
Wait a
going
minute.
there.
That's like,
He's like, I'm making some money. Andrew comes back with like 100,000 gold.
Andrew comes back with
Well,
nothing.
guys,
on
I
him.
solved their money problem. Don't worry about that anymore.
Okay, so
Don't ask me how.
we're going to split our
Connor's got
split
a
in three.
chain.
So Nerys are going to go with them, Zarbrax with you guys.
Cool.
Connor's
Cool.
got a big ass chain.
Big chain, gold tee,
He's got the
sunglasses.
clock.
All right.
It's a big plan.
You guys make your
staff's
way through
gold-plated.
to. You are actually within. To you is a familiar room. You are looking around up at these stairs leading up to a upper kind of library with a table at it. The lower portion of it has a entry, like a door that leads out to the actual Lyceum. You know that you are in the kind of study of the Grand Magus, Asarius. That this is his study essentially. It is accessible to
I am the
most of the public that walks through here.
Meet me.
But you'd imagine that this being the beacon for where everyone's teleported to is that he has trust in whoever is in Arcanoria to be able to come here. So you're just kind of bamped down into the center part of the study. Feel a little strange. There's like a slight turning of your stomach that fades.
Oh my god. I didn't know it was.
I apologize for your ears.
Just go ahead and mute me. I just remembered this.
But you are in this study.
Okay. Don't.
We're good. We're good.
All right. So we should probably get
Is
out.
there no bread?
Get out of here.
Oh, I was like, did you get scared?
Bread right there. We should probably get out of here.
Where are we?
The study of the Archmagister
Oh,
at
makes
the
sense.
Lyceum. Where's the box?
The fucking.
Why isn't this box? Oh, it's because there's.
All right. You guys exit into the Lyceum.
The box almost
All
defeated
of
the
these
keepers.
bookshelves
but not
floating around, the large walkway down the center. You can see are, you know, over to the side is where the entryway to the order is. So if you would like to go that way, yeah. Easy enough though. You can make your way down in that direction. As you are actually walking kind of down that way, you hear a very familiar voice of Finn kind of ring through. Devin, if you know, I'm just kidding.
Devin, if you want to come in.
That'd be insane. But no, he kind of yells out, "Connor, Ander,
Hey.
hey guys, what are you doing here?"
We just came from.
Honestly, to possibly see you and some people at the order.
The world's not like ending or anything, is it?
Probably.
Not yet. It's close though.
All right, well, to the order right away then. Yeah.
It's kind of more of just like a personal thing. You know, I guess we can probably talk about it a little bit more, you know, behind closed doors. But
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, come on. I'll bring you in. You see, he has a book in under his arm, his staff in his hand. Just kind of walks forward, gets over to the door, opens it up. Yeah, they showed me how to do this now. I'm pretty legit here. Opens it up. It closes. You guys make your way inside to the very, very bland gray interior of stone.
so dull.
Yeah. So what were you doing in here again? You need me to get somebody for you, or?
Unless you can answer a question for me. You know, before he kind of gave like a rough estimate of how long, you know, and kind of getting more of an exact answer
Okay.
type thing.
Right. I have been dabbling in a little bit of magic, some that might be able to help. The only thing is that it's not dangerous. It's just kind of messed up. So I can essentially see how you're gonna die
Oh.
just by looking into your future.
Oh. God.
No one wants to know that.
I'll just take a look, see, peek at it, see what's going on. It's not definitive, but if it's just you're just dying at a young age, from natural causes, it's got to be from that,
Does it
Night
have
eye.
a timestamp?
And do you, like when you see
Like a
Do you-
security
you're
camera
like,
just like ticking
you know,
up.
2 weeks from
CCTV.
next week or something like that, or is it just like you're kind of young looking, you're dead?
No, I'm gonna have to actually jump forward in time myself into your timeline and see if I can't ascertain when it is year-wise. Maybe just walk up to somebody like, "Hey, what year is it?"
But what if you're there?
I just stay away from myself. I've gotten pretty good at this stuff. I've been jumping around in time quite a bit, seeing things.
Doesn't sound safe.
It's not, but that's why I'm here. I'm training to try to learn how to control these things, and
And they're not gonna, get upset.
I'm definitely gonna talk to good old Corn before I attempt to do that. But
Of course.
And
started calling him Corn Dog. He didn't like it.
and he's fine with us being in here.
He might get a little upset, but you guys are the keepers of Zaxria, and you already know about this place anyways, so.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Surprised with the anti-keepers.
How you doing, Ander?
Pretty good.
And who is this random person that I just brought in here that I did not even realize?
She's
you've met her before.
yeah. You met her
No.
when when
Yeah,
you jumped.
we
You
She was under the boat.
Oh, you're
she
right.
didn't go with
Oh
us.
yeah, that's right. You didn't meet her.
No,
She was on. This is Nara. She was the one who
was asleep.
I think.
She like Finn? Finn Williams. Nice to meet you. Shakes her hand. All right.
That's
so
a dragon.
Oh, the dragon. That's
Yeah.
Wraith.
yeah, I've seen actually quite a few dragons. Timeline jumping around. There's a lot more around before. Very, very cool.
We did kill a dragon.
Big round one.
Big red one.
Most dangerous.
All right. So
Wiping them out.
He was like a god's dragon.
If so, you want to see how you die?
Well, I'll tell you how long you got left. How about that? I won't tell you how you die, because then you'll avoid. It's like you die from, taking a poop, and then every time you take a poop, you're gonna be thinking,
That would be so.
I could tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
great.
you're thinking you're gonna go like.
I'd
you're
only
gonna get
eat cheeses for the rest of my life. Never poop again.
Yeah. But then that would probably be what
That would be
causes you
why.
to die,
Yeah.
as you would. Yeah.
We had to take a big.
Explode.
That's
Explode
what
a
happened.
dookie.
You die from
I'm alive when he
dysentery.
comes back and he
So you
just
get
goes
how these things
5,
happen, though, right?
4.
Like I won't tell you how you die, or where, or when, but I'll tell you how long you got left if you really want to know.
I mean, honestly, for everyone else, I think that would be the best choice. Because I don't want to be in the middle of something and just flatline.
Okay, I got you. So I will. I'll go talk to Cornelius and see if we can't figure something out. He might even be the one that does it. But I've been getting a lot more freedom around here. Learning quite a bit. So we'll see. All right. You guys just hang tight. I would tell you to make yourself at home, but don't. Just stay here, please.
Okay.
He disappears off for a little while before actually coming back with Cornelius. Cornelius kind of making his way forward. You're not supposed to be here.
That was Andrew's nuts hitting the ground.
No, when they heard that sound, they made their escape.
Got him.
I kind of got that idea that we weren't supposed to be in here.
It's quite alright, though. We knew you'd come back eventually to try to figure things out for yourself. I'll see what I can do. Finn, it's a little risky for you, so I'll do it myself. Sure thing, Cornelius.
Thought it was like corn dog.
He turns and looks back at Finn. Cornelius turns around.
If he was really curious, he could have just gone back in time and saw you say that like 5 minutes ago, Finn. Like,
No one's gonna do it.
that's what you could have
Cornelius
said.
just sighs. As for Ender and Neris, yes, is it? Yes. She kind of looks. Hi. You can wait outside in the lobby of the Lyceum. I'm sure after this you'll be leaving. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can go wait out there then. It'll only be a moment. You do not recall the room from where the ritual originally took place, but you are brought there. It is this circular room. There is a little bit of a platform above. The room itself is extremely bare. There are several channels and things in the ground, runes of time. Make your way over. As you sit in the center, just sit here with your legs crossed, and I'll begin. You won't feel a thing, but you will drift off into a sleep. When you are in that sleep, try not to wake yourself.
Okay. Will I see anything?
It'll be a slumber of nothingness.
Oh, that sounds...
It can be a little frightening, so don't try to wake yourself, as I said. I will wake you. He takes the staff and sets it into one of the recessed parts of the stone, turns it, you hear a lot of like grinding, the stone starts to kind of shift a little bit. He takes his hands forward and pushes them out a little bit to where you see these small like clocks out in front of him. They fall out of your eye. Fucking idiot, dude. If somebody's watching that, please clip whatever his dumbass was doing. Takes his hands forward and begins to turn. You see these clocks out in front of him that he turns in opposite directions, then pushes forward. The clocks dissipate into the sandy energy that goes over towards like the sides of your neck, like right behind your ear. You feel yourself starting to get really tired and your eyes close. And then you wake to him. Connor. Feels as though no time has passed at all. You quite alright?
Yeah.
How do you
Cool.
feel?
A little drowsy.
I'll have Finn help you back out. You have until the 89th year.
What's this here?
It's currently the 77th.
That's a lot more than I thought.
Just give me like a 1 to 10, good or terrible.
I can't tell you that.
Oh my god. Here or on another plane?
I cannot tell you that either.
World.
Not telling you that either.
Keep going. He'll tell you something.
Is there a astral dragon in there?
I'm not telling you anything.
Oh my god.
He shook
I
his
told
head
you
and
you
then
have
said he's
12
not
years
telling
left.
anything.
That's all I can give you.
12 years.
Apex Twin.
Honestly-
I just did this.
That was more than what I thought. Thank you.
Seems we're going to have to let Finn know that he may have a couple of less years. But still,
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't mind.
I'm not gonna tell him that. I'll leave that one to
Zaxria
you.
needs you for a lot longer. It seems it intends on holding on to that. Your fate and everyone that you surround yourself with are intertwined. And there's even more people ahead of you that you must meet in order for everything to go as planned, and as it should, for Zaxria to keep on. Continue on this path. Don't think too much of it. Do as you always would. Good day.
Thank you.
Turns and walks off. Finn kind of standing over to the side, walks up. Alright, I'll walk you out, I guess.
Yep.
So, how's everyone doing?
They're doing. Let's see. Did you meet Apex?
Yeah.
Yeah. We took out the thing that was whatever was in him.
Hmm.
Yeah. It came from the abyss. Pretty interesting.
I have not read about the Abyss.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay.
Besides that, everything's going as they should.
Good.
I mean, you probably have been checking up on us every here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah. I saw you guys recently dealing with the drow and stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have been there. I haven't been to Venora yet.
Did you see anything after that? Like,
No.
oh,
No. Been pretty busy, actually. I've been having to read a lot about Kronos and some other things within our timeline.
anything you want to share?
It's actually some really interesting stuff in
Yeah.
the timeline itself.
Such as?
So, you know, it starts epoch of creation. You know, we kind of learned some of that stuff in the Keep. You know, the deities creating the world, FEL making it. Was able to actually go back in time to that point
And you saw that?
see it. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting.
Sounds dangerous.
It was, but there's like nothing on on Zaxria, so it was like just blank slate, and then everybody started creating people. You know, Moradin created some dwarves, and then Fiend starts making elves. She cries on the lonely forest. It's like this beautiful thing we read about, but you know, you actually see it, and it's pretty close to accurate. Went through a couple of other times the Epoch of Resolution. You know, when all the evil and good are trying to figure out who's who and what's what, and then demons are coming down and angels are coming down, and they're trying to do these things, and then there's like the Dark War where all of the Durgar are made and the Drow are made, and it's some pretty intense stuff. And then you actually start getting over to the Arcane Epoch, and actually went back in time and saw Gillian ascend to godhood, which was really interesting. Yeah, because about the same time he did, probably like only 20 or so years before, is when Kronos actually started to become more of a figure. People started realizing, you know, seasons change, and time's different, and there's something that's just there, and there's this variable that we don't see, but we fix ourselves to it without even realizing it. It's been pretty interesting. I never really thought that I would cling to something like this, but I've learned a lot.
Have you met Kronos?
No.
Oh. Has anyone here met him? Probably.
In different ways. A lot of people think he's more than just a person. You know? could just even be time itself creating things, and not really too sure. Went back to when the order was first made. It was very interesting. Learning a lot about history,
Nice.
which can sound really boring, but when you get into it, it's nice to know where everything comes from.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you, like, your powers, we've looking into that, Gillian and Untari, you know, having this romance type of deal. It created this magic into the world.
Mm-hmm.
I read about that. Didn't go back and see it, obviously, 'cause that's a little strange.
It's a little sus.
But, yeah, read about that a little bit and got to discuss it, but don't know too much about it.
Yeah. I've been reading up on that myself.
Yeah, you probably know more than I do, but... Okay,
Alright.
anyway, see ya.
See ya.
Hopefully,
Hopefully we get to see you soon.
yeah, tell the rest of the gang I said hi.
Alright.
And tell Nana Ann I said hi. And you give this to her for me? You just hand you a small, like, little booklet.
Finn's booklet.
And you guys are heading where from the Lyceum?
To the keep.
Alright. You guys, we'll go through this and then wrap it up. Make your way through the portal. You are underground. And you can tell you're underground as there's this kind of slight dripping noise. You kind of look around at your surroundings, it's very damp. You can see that there's a small, like, grate above that you kind of look out and can see people walking over it.
already went past 6
You
years.
seem to be in some sort of a tunnel system beneath the city. It's just kind of like this crossroad that you're in the center of.
Does the crate feel like it moves?
There's like bars that are inside of the ground.
Well, I could probably get us through that, but there might be another way up
Be my guess.
without destroying this crate.
I would say that as a last resort, because we are in a holy city and they are rebuilding.
Wants to steal his shield, but he won't break a crate.
Not stealing it. Shut up. Voice inside my head.
Who are you talking to?
Looks like Drunk Ground's water system or something.
Would I know anything of this?
No.
No?
I'm just gonna walk in like a direction. Do I see, like, obviously we see light coming through here. Do we see any down the tunnel?
Yeah, so like when you first come down, you can see there's this circle on the ground that has like a rune and stuff on it. It seems like it's covered in dirt and soot and slime. There's like probably about this much water that's sitting like in these channels on the side. You see like rats moving around as well under here. Looking back, it seems like there's some form of light in that direction. It seems like you probably walk over to that and make your way up.
That's probably our best bet.
Yeah, let's head over there. See if
Come on,
there's another
gentlemen.
crate or something.
Alright, so the three of you begin making your way up. You get up and out very quickly, actually. It's probably only like 2 minutes before you get up towards kind of the edge of the city. You get up and out to like what you're actually pushing away a lot of like brush and overgrowth and a couple of rocks that are on the side. You take these stairs up and out. You're actually outside of the city right now.
I cover it back up.
Yeah, good idea. Cover it back up. Looking back at the city, it is completely different than how you remembered it. It's very well rebuilt. The walls are probably a good 12 or so feet tall at this point. There are watchtowers on some of the posts, and there is a central gate that leads in that is currently open. It doesn't seem to be closed. There are a lot of holy symbols, like on the outside, like one of the large brick walls has a holy symbol in it, then there's a blank one, and then another. You can see the symbol of like Ephiel, then there's like Malar, Keranos, kind of just keeps running around. Perforos is on there, there's Moradin symbol, Athene, just kind of all around the city if you were to keep walking around. But they are placed on the outside.
I'm going to assume that I know where I am adjacent to the city. Because I've been here, I spent a good amount of time here.
Yeah.
I'd go in and then head toward the main, I forgot what it was called, the main building, dome building with the gold trimmed around the, I don't remember the the name of it. It's been so long.
Golden Sanctum.
Golden Sanctum. That makes sense.
Didn't have that one. I gave you your teacher's name.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Making your way over to there. This time of day is still quite bright. You guys are still in the middle of the day. You're able to make your way inside. Are you going in with him?
No.
No.
I'm gonna go try and find some sort of temple to Moir.
Yeah, and you do.
Could I point him in the direction of it? Because I probably know where it is. Alright, I'm pointing you in the direction of where it is. So you don't have to look.
The inside of the city has several temples on the outside. Let me get to this. God, it's gonna make me download this. Let me in. I'd imagine Zarbrax probably goes to the Temple of Keranos. But all of
I'd
the
show him where it
temples on the outside, he knows where it is for sure. He's been there before in here. He's been here previous.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the temples on the outside, and then you can see that there are these two like river-like channels that have been built on the sides that have water in them that's actually flowing. There is some form of a windmill towards the back corner. It's actually like a water mill that's like churning some water and moving it around. There are probably about 30 or so homes that have been placed towards like the back corners of the Golden Sanctum. There's these kind of like clustered little pockets of residence that have been put up. There are also small huts and stuff that are still built over to the sides. And then you can see next to some of the temples there are little homes that pay tribute to the actual deity themselves. Some of them seem not abandoned but vacant at the moment, or some have people in them. People are walking around all different robes and walks of lives. There are Bangaran here, there are Dragonborn here. There's probably only like 3 Dragonborn that you see though, but they are here.
No more medical tents.
No, the
Refugees
refugees
are
are. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be too prevalent anymore. The city is the most built up you've ever seen it, and imagine it's probably pretty close to what its former glory once was. But you've seen depictions and drawings of what it once was, and it was tenfold what it is right now. Before the actual eradication occurred and demons came down and kind of tore everything apart. This was kind of like the battleground for it originally, so it was just destroyed. At this point, though, it is in much better shape than it was before, with the ruins on the outside. The knights of, not the knights, but the paladins of Baltha are still here. They're kind of
protectors.
Watch, yeah, they're kind of fist with the swords behind it. You know Baltha also, the brawlers of Baltha. When you met Baji in Farheim, he was kind of one of them. Not one of them, but a brawler of Baltha. Baltha being the deity of kind of war and honor and combat. They're just kind of here, kind of mercenary work, you'd imagine. They're just here protecting it. There is a temple of Baltha that has been placed here, a temple of Cabraxith that you also see. You notice the holy symbol. He's just kind of this inquisitor type deity, like destroying demons essentially. But a lot of his followers have faded away or been killed. But you do see the temple and remember seeing it when you were looking into Tenebris and reading about that. You make your way. You make your way further into the temple itself, the sanctum. There's kind of circular look to it. You can see all of the scriptures on the walls and the ground, some of them illuminated from the golden ink that's inside of them, from the light shining in. And standing in the center, seemingly waiting for you, High Priestess Kylaria, her kind of light brown skin with the golden tattoos down the sides of her arms.
Hey, I got my own golden tattoo.
She
now.
has her
Forgot about that.
her hand in front of her, just kind of clasped, smiles. Skip.
Hello. I just kind of bow my head a little bit. I've come to check on the progress of Tanabeth, and I can see that it's nearly done.
It's come a long way.
I can see that. I don't know if you know or not, but I died in Yandros. I'm sure you did. I'm sure she told you.
There's much she told me, and much that I have to relate to you.
Yeah.
We have much to speak of.
Okay. I have some things that I'd like to say as well.
You first.
When I was brought back from Elysium, I was told that there's a great evil amassing.
Yes.
And that's why I'm back.
And that's what's brought you here.
Yes,
Hafiel has guided you back to me.
I would say so too. It felt like the right thing to do.
Well, you just want to put that
Shield though.
Shut the fuck up, all of you. That shield on the wall. I also have some questions about that.
You're not ready yet.
Damn.
right away.
Alright.
Rip the band-aid off.
I'm guessing that's for the lying evil.
There's a lot more to that artifact than you know.
What is it?
I can't tell you yet.
Alright, now.
There's much of Hafiel and of yourself that you still need to learn.
There's a lot of myself I still need to learn.
There's still some emotion there that I can see has been lifted. Much of the rage that you once held is kind of gone.
That left when I died.
Come with me.
And I follow her.
Begin to walk and make your way down the hallway. I actually don't want to get the description of this wrong, so I'm gonna grab the shield and look at it. I think it is actually back here.
If you could just like flick it towards me real quick so I can just like.
Give to Skip at level 11. Oh, here.
Hey!
It's only level 10.
I'm level 11.
Alright.
What the fuck?
I am.
Bless you.
Bless.
I cast Bless on the DM.
Wow.
Kiss enough.
Kissing ass won't help you here.
He's like, oh, now you get the shield. Holy,
Here, I'll
that's
tell you
a
what.
whole sheet, dude.
This half is the shield.
Holy
Yes.
fuck.
Just to get you going to that.
Now
What's
you
the
make me
is
want
the
it
other
even
half
more.
one single item?
It's 2.
What'd you say?
I said, is the other half one single item?
His half.
There are many weapons in this city that have been created before and after the eradication to help protect us if anything like that would ever happen again.
I just pointed the sword at myself. This is one of them.
That was specifically made for a paladin of Moradin.
Sadly to say, he's no longer alive.
I'm assuming so. Quite alright. These holy artifacts are passed on to those who need them when they need them. It came into your possession for a reason. I'm sure it has served you well
Very.
since then.
Yep. No, give it him.
As I said, though, many artifacts are within this city. You and yours will return here at some point to either have some forged or retrieved for the battle that is to come. Hafiel has told me of it, and I'll be honest with you, it scares me a little.
She was very, 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 lack of a better term, standoffish with telling me anything to do with it.
There's a lot of Hafiel you do not know. I'm going to give you a book you can read into to learn more.
Okay.
These artifacts, though, when the time comes, you will all come here, and you will retrieve them. This is yours. Ramiel. And she kind of looks and smiles. You look at the shield, and it's a spectacle in and of itself. You can see that it's been crafted by probably the most talented smiths in all of Zaxria. The shield itself is golden and shimmers slightly. It has a silver trim to the outsides of it. The edges of the shield seem sharp, almost. The front part of it is like this extremely sturdy metal that you can see. Like you're just looking at it, like you can see these like little ridges that are inside of it.
Stronger than steel looking.
Yes. The shield itself also has in the center of it the symbol of FEL, and underneath there's this writing in Celestial. Do you know Celestial?
Can't say that I do.
She just points up. This is his name here. And she points and it says Ramiel. This all for another time. Now, to that book and to what we need to discuss.
Yes. Now you know why I want this shield.
Do you know why you want this shield?
I'm pretty sure your mind will explode. Quick like that.
There are two things, three, that we need to discuss. I'll give you this. And she makes her way over inside of the room that you're in. Is this familiar shrine that you've come to pray before, and when you were originally seeking guidance were brought to. The book was waiting on the top shelf. She kind of gives it to you. You can see on the front of it, it just says Stories and Tales of FEL.
What was the other thing that she handed me?
Just the one book, sorry.
Okay.
I did it like twice, but I meant to do it just once. You get the book, and you can see the book itself is this kind of, it's probably about this thick. It's like this kind of goldish brown leather with the holy symbol of FEL on the back. You kind of just flip through it and can see a lot of writing on the inside. There's even a part of it, like on the bottom right corner, that has like a blood splatter on it. It seems like it's hardened over time and kind of...
I take that little prayer book that I've had on me, the ancient one, the one that's really, really, really old. And I take it out and I go...
You don't have that anymore.
I don't. That's right. It's on my bookshelf at home.
No, it's just... Oh, that one is.
Yes.
Yes, that's the only thing you have left.
The one was the original one that I got from Teneveth that I've always had on me, that I wrote all my stuff in.
Yeah,
That's
probably,
the one I lost.
Yeah, that's the one you lost.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Never mind. That one's at the house, so it's great.
You're rough. Doesn't even have a prayer book on him.
I do now.
We have time to prepare. And there are some things we must do to prepare for what is to come. We've been doing our part here and getting everything in order, making sure our defenses are in line. Afiel has told me of something that is coming, and she does not know what it is either. She has her suspicions, but it is dark and powerful.
The night is dark and full of tombs.
There is someone that can help you. She smiles. It's been a long time since he's even been able to be helpful, we could say. I do not know where he is, but I know that he is somewhere in Ophelia. His name is Azrael.
What was that?
Azrael.
I just put Azreia.
Sounds way off.
Azrael. Got it.
As long as you can pronounce it properly, it's fine. Azrael.
Azrael. Yeah, sure.
You need to seek Azrael out. He is not the man he once was. The life that he leads and the things that he's had to do and has done have...
Outweighed his good.
I wouldn't say that. I'd more say burdened him. And he has some clutches that he deals and clings to be able to deal with that.
He's addicted to gambling.
We need to pull him out of it. Show him that what he can do can be used for good. Help him see the light as he's in a veil of darkness. Do what you can to find him. But find him soon. He's imperative in being successful in what is to come.
Okay.
Afiel has told me this.
Alright. I will find. Is there any general location? East, west, north? Shit.
If you just go north from here, you'll run into him.
I didn't say the full word. Excuse me. I've been hanging out with the halfling too much.
Makes sense.
Okay, I'll search for him. I'll ask in major cities if anyone's heard of him.
Do what you can to find him. But it's important.
He said he's on this. On that.
Last we knew, he was on a failure.
Okay.
I believe he was in Brunswick. Could be a good place to stop.
Demon bombers. I wouldn't have heard of a name like that in No. That's a little
If you'd have heard this name before, it would have stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you have met before. Damn it.
Okay.
Maybe we've met him.
I've been in
Possibly.
Brunswick and have done deeds there. I'll look there again.
We don't tell people about that.
Ask around, see what you can find out.
Pretty sure Brunswick where we
Look
got
for any
the-
resources you can
We
possibly tap
terminated all the
into
orcs.
to find him.
No.
Okay. I'll do my best. I just, is that all? Is there more, or is that all?
That's all from me.
Okay. I just have to make sure.
It was good seeing you, Skip.
Good seeing you.
Try the shield.
You'll know when it's time to return. You require the shield. And when you return, bring your friends with you.
I'm sure she'll let me know.
She will.
I just bow my head a little bit, and
He
then
just walks
I know
out,
where he
walks
went,
past the
so
shield.
I'm gonna make my way over that way.
Ephiel bless you.
I feel bless you too. As I'm walking out, I'm gonna
Breaks the
flip through
glass
the
and
book,
steals
and,
the shield.
I don't think you can actually break the glass. I think it's
Swing
Skip, you
sword
can't break through that.
Give me my relic!
Give me my money.
Make an investigation check.
We'll use the gold one.
You make your way over to this Temple of Malar.
Yep.
The stone on the outside is immaculate. All of the stone temples are. They seem very, very newly built. You don't remember this being here the last time. You had to just remember there being like a little shrine or something somewhere. But you're able to make your way inside to this kind of small... there's like this circular pit that's been cut in the stone that has water inside of it. The temple on the inside is kind of bare. You can see that there are a couple of people who are picking up plants and things from outside of here and bringing them in to be like planted and potted in some of the things to try to give a little more natural life to the inside of the temple. Bengaran primarily. You see a couple of humans that are involved in it, but
Might want to go for her.
they're just kind of looking around. It's peaceful.
Just avoid her bot lane in general, though.
I don't know if there's any sort of altar or anything in here. But I'm gonna find what looks like a good spot to pray.
Oh, fucking god.
And I'm just gonna thank Malar for assisting with the fight with Mesriette.
You definitely feel a presence.
And then I'm gonna find somebody who looks like a keeper, like of this temple or something.
Okay.
You see yourself in the
Nate.
mirror? There's Keeper.
Nate don't put the
You see an older Bengaran individual has this kind of like panther-like look to him, but there's a lot of gray near the chin. You can see like near the eyebrows, the hair is getting like kind of longer and coming towards the sides. His nails are a little filed down. Even there's like white like patches that are kind of going around in some spots. Has a cane that he moves around with very slowly.
Hello, are you the keeper of this place?
Would like to think of myself as such. Trying to get it up to standards as best I can.
It looks really great already.
Yeah, trying.
Um,
Need a little more sunlight in here.
yeah. I don't really know how you would go about that.
trip them all out and use daylight.
But I'm here asking if I'm not really familiar with, I'm familiar enough with Malar, but not really his religion itself, I guess. Is there like a book or a place to start?
Your fur. You are not from the jungles?
No, far from it.
Your people, where you were raised, did you not speak of Malar? Or
We did a bit of his teachings, but nothing serious. We mostly just lived and hunted.
that's all he wants from you? What is Malar to you?
Oh, that is a big question.
Just some guy.
I don't know.
Just a
An
guy.
idea, a way to live, I guess.
Most of his teachings will show you this. A way to be worthy of one day becoming your true self in the Beastlands.
Alright.
We don't have much scriptures on him here. Not yet, at least.
Oh.
I intend to travel back to Azash soon, to the temples in Akest, and see if I can't procure some things, but
Okay. I may have something for you in that regard. Not with me, but I can return with it.
I look forward to that. Your name?
Moldrak.
Antaka Akala.
That's exactly what I thought the name was gonna be.
Could have guessed that one.
Oh, Bill.
Real fucking original, Bill.
That's a natural 20 on that investigation. 21.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I will allow you to pick from three things. You can either look into Ramiel, the Dark War, or Ephiel herself.
Or get that shield.
No, this is not just a one-time thing. I can look into all of them.
Correct, but right
Different
now,
times?
like, this
Ramiel.
read is going to give you a lot of information.
Ramiel.
Okay.
Okay. So you can learn more
You
about it.
find the Temple of Malar, find a small bench, like, straight across from
Oh,
it,
just
and,
gonna, like, stand in
and
the
just
doorway and
sit,
observe.
sit at that bench and start thumbing through. I'll get to you in 1 second.
Yep, no problem. No rush.
Big rush.
Big rush. Fucking tell me right now.
Antaka Akala sits over onto... Don't laugh at my fucking names, dude.
Kill this guy, dude.
I'll change Anders' name to Steve. Everyone's calling you Steve.
You're getting attacked by the League of Coin, dude.
Is
Steve
Carl.
a bad name, huh?
No, it's just not
Huh?
a very medieval name.
Wow.
It's very generic.
Who is that? Who is that on Taka Akala?
Anyways.
That's my neighbor Steve.
Yeah. Wow, what a name. As he sits down, though,
So unique.
just kind of leans. Just stick to your instincts. They will guide you to Malar. As you have been brought to this temple by whatever means, he's with you. I'm sure you have felt it before. And
I think so. If you guys ever need any help, let me know.
most certainly.
Just sitting on a bench. Just
I'll probably just sit around for a while longer, looking at everything, closing my eyes again, and then I'll head out.
Alright. As for you, while you wait, reading into Ramiel, what you begin to read is a little strange at first. You see Ramiel, Ramiel the Conqueror, Ramiel, kind of like the divine soldier or divine warrior. There are bits of celestial in the book that you can slightly translate, but they're very loosely. You can't really read it very well in some spots, but for the parts that have been transcribed, you read of Ramiel being this just excellent weapon, essentially, for Ephiel during the eradication. Was essentially an angel in Elysium that was sent down to help, Ephiel and her followers and protect the people and be a shield to guide and make sure that they were safe from harm.
sounds a little familiar.
In essence, Ramiel fell in battle during the eradication. His soul was sent to Elysium, but it appears that his soul may have been placed in something else for use later on.
Just give him the shield, man.
hiking his
Steak
shield
in front
up.
of a dog's
Reading-
face, bro.
Reading into the section on Ramiel and understanding the shield and the artifact itself, you kind of begin to realize why it is that this is something that should not just be used loosely for whatever your gain would be or your benefit. It's when the time is right and that protection is actually needed for the people and the followers of FEL, as opposed to going and fighting a dragon or being rid of some thugs. Ramiel is intended to protect from some sort of darkness and great evil. It gives you a lot more respect for the shield and understanding why it is that it wasn't just given to you.
Does it help me ascertain the abilities of this shit? No, damn. Gotta try, gotta prod.
It protects.
It's a plus 10 shield.
It makes you really hard to hit. That would be fucking nuts.
He actually wouldn't get hit.
With a plus 10 shield, dude, I'd be at 29.
That was kind of weak, to be honest.
Plus
with you.
shield of faith.
And then plus shield of faith, dude, that's 31. Then plus shield.
I'm pretty sure Ezekiel got to a point where he was at like 32.
I can get to 36 if it is a plus 10 shield, but I don't think it is.
It's-
Dude,
it
that
has to be.
would be fucking
There's
nuts.
nothing else it can be.
It probably gives everyone around me AC and shit, too.
You make your way out though to find Moldrag.
Plus 10 to you and your allies.
You guys make your way over to the Temple of Keranos, where Zarvrax is currently inside dealing with something, and we'll do that next week, going into what Zarvrax is currently into. We're going to end it there though, and pick it up there next week with Zarvrax's encounter with his mentor,
Oh, God.
whose name escapes me right now.
Storm something.
Stormcaller Uldar.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
The guy that punched
so-
Orem dead in the chest.
Nope.
No,
No.
That was
What was
Zarbrax.
that?
Punch Zarvrax.
That was
Punch
Zarvrax?
Zarbrax.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
I
chest.
thought that was
Zarbrax right in
Orem
his
that
chest.
fought him.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Dude,
Anyways,
I'm way behind.
yeah.
He really
Yep.
is,
Watch
dude.
the
This
episodes.
guy's
They're
on
on
the
YouTube.
They're on YouTube.
Night at the Not So Round Table
Be
on
better than this
Twitch,
guy.
Nights at the Not So Round
Wait a
Table on
minute.
YouTube. Watch those in the podcast. Follow the Twitter. Thank you for watching. You'll be watching with him anyways because he's so far behind.
Yep.